It's been a long while. Got Jeff in the building. What's going on with you, bro?
Man, it's been a minute, man. Back in the
Yeah.
building, man. Life be life, man. But we keep it moving. That's all we can do.
Oh yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Man, it's been a rough year for not just me, but a lot of people. So, you know, we just keep fighting and hopefully you just motivate somebody. We back at it. We just gotta keep going. I appreciate everybody that gave words of encouragement through all times that any of us have bad times going. Man, y'all the real MVP. Salute to you. I appreciate it. Especially in them hard times. It was good to read some comments during certain situations. So we appreciate you. I appreciate you for sure. Um, man. Jeff, what you got going on? What's going on? We gotta I guess reconnect and talk to the people for a second before we get going.
Yeah, man. Just been busy, man. Like I say, life be life, man. But as a community organizer, as somebody who try to get out here and do what I can in the community, man, we figure out ways to help people and to stay connected, make new connections, all that, man. And it's been rough for a lot of people out here, man. And so, just been trying to do some things. We did some food drives, we did some things, with Cap. And so, man, just trying to continue to serve as best we can. That's really all we can do. And
Yeah,
because, we truly believe that when we come together, that's the message to a lot of this, man. Like we got to support each other. We got to come together. We got to stop being divided. And you got your crew over there. We got our crew over here. Like, man, bring all that together because your little bit and my little bit, it can be a lot together.
yeah, yeah. I agree with you on that. The world always divided, so it's almost inevitable. But there's some things you can control. We separated by teams, sports teams. Hey, it is what it is on that one. We ain't gonna fight that one.
Yeah,
Bears, Packers, y'all stay over there. It is what it is on that. Vikings too.
yeah,
But
yeah,
you got the Pistons, you got politicians, politics, you got religion, blocks, streets, cities, states, divided in so many ways. Men, women. I see both men and women beefing. It's like they made it popular on that. Gender roles. It's always gonna be something that divides us. So I like sports because a lot of times we can all come together on sports, man. That's why I like talking sports because sports is one of them things that you can, you're gonna beef and everything, but a lot of times you're gonna have mutual respect with your so-called enemies too.
yeah. No
So,
doubt, man. Yeah, it's a good way to step away from life for a second. It's a nice distraction. To
hmm
beef with the Packers and beef with what I'm saying, the Bears, and what I'm saying, it ain't real.
yeah,
It's sports. It ain't even real life.
exactly. You know what I mean? So you can get away sometimes, get away from life when life, and you can go to your sports or right now it ain't been too good to go to watch my Lions and everything. I know Jeff, you feel the same way on that. It's been one of those win one, lose one type of seasons. But hey, before we get into sports, we just connected a little bit. Shout out to everybody that's watching. I see quite a few, man. I appreciate everybody that's checking in, whether it's Facebook or I think it's the other one is Twitter. I ain't got them all connected like I'm supposed to. I got some more connecting to do, so it'll be on other platforms in a minute. ThawedMagazine.com. I'll be back up in a minute. A lot of things be back, you know what I mean? Except my little weight. I gained some weight, so that ain't gonna, change. It is what it is. I got that weight now, so I gotta get the exercise. And bro, I need to play some sports my damn self. Boy, getting
I feel
chubby.
you. I feel you, man. I got a few. I got a few on over here too, man. So
Woo,
these
boy.
holidays ain't helping it either because these cakes and
Oh
stuff be
no.
coming in the house. So,
Man, bro, real talk. I'm still trying to get through Thanksgiving and here come Christmas.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Christmas came and man, we got some more coming in. So
Yeah, still feel
yeah,
like I got jumped.
man. I'm trying to tell you, man. Top of the year,
Yeah,
top
but
of the year, man. I'm gonna try to jump it off.
I'm telling you, bro, I gotta try too, because they keep taking my little money for the fitness and I ain't using it, so I can't just keep letting them take my money and I ain't doing nothing. So I got to go and get in there. They keep taking their dues.
Yeah, yeah, no doubt. That
Yeah.
don't
So
stop. It come
I
out
got
on
to
the
do
same
something.
date.
Huh?
That don't stop. It come out on the same date every month.
Bro, every time I see it, I'll be like, God damn, that's another month I ain't go. So yeah, I gotta get my money's worth. Now, starting January, I gotta get my money's worth.
No doubt, no doubt.
Yeah, I still get my work on because I work in automotive type service for Walmart. I work in automotive, so I'm always lifting blocks and heads, batteries rather, lifting batteries, tires. So I still get my exercise on. I don't just be laying around or nothing, but it just ain't the same.
Yeah, no doubt, man. At our age, man, it ain't even just activity. It's diet too. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah,
The
that's
the stuff we used to be able to burn off, we can't burn off as much no more. So
yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's my
I agree.
issue right there. It's the diet. It's the diet.
Yeah.
It's
Oh
pop,
yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
all that stuff.
Hey, before we get to, we just having a good little talk about weight. I I be thinking about putting up stuff for people that might be going through what we are going through. We could talk those type of things, and this sports talk is one of them things where we can talk about it. You know what I mean? We all, a lot of us play sports. Jeff, we all play sports some way somehow as kids coming up, and as we get older, we don't do it a lot of things that we used to do. So it comes back on us if we don't. We got to stay active basically. So we talking sports, but we also trying to motivate. Cause I'll be 50 in a couple days. A lot of people that watch us be in their 40s and 50s. Shout out to the young cats too. Y'all, I know y'all feel like y'all invincible. I did too. But at some point in time, it catch you. And you just gotta be prepared. You gotta wait till it catch you. You gotta keep fighting before it catch you. So I've been doing pretty good on that. It's just my mobility ain't as good as it used to be, but I'm still good. I'm still going with the young cats and they looking, but I can feel it. I can
Yeah,
feel
man.
it coming.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Shit, I'm my 50 is coming in April, so we right there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's a blessing. It's a
It
blessing.
is.
So yeah. But before we go some farther, man, I got to shout out to Tito. I see Tito out there. I see cousin Charles Peterson, man. Shout out to you, big cuz. I see Catherine push like, man. Shout out to everybody that push like, love, however, whatever way you did it. I appreciate it. I'm sure Jeff appreciate it. We just kicking it right now because it's been a long while since we've been on here, especially me. I ain't been on live in a long time. It feel like forever, but man, it's bounce back season. So that's what we doing. Shout out to everybody, 2026. If it was hard for you, we finna flip it around. That's what we gonna do. We gonna keep on going. We can't say it's gonna get easy because we always know life gonna send something at you. But we gonna keep throwing it out and we gonna keep fighting it. That's the whole thing of throw it. Throw it out. So shout out to everybody. Keep working hard. Everything you fighting through is for something. It might be helping somebody else, but either way it go, it's for something. So keep fighting. That's all I can say. Keep fighting.
For sure, for sure. Shout out to my boy Tito, man. Just recently lost his mom, man.
Yeah.
Condolences to you.
Salute.
Uh, you know, and anybody else out
My
there, man.
condolences,
Like,
bro.
yeah, yeah, we at that age, man, where man, nobody talked to. I can say myself. Nobody really. We ain't had that conversation in my family when to talk about when your family members start leaving, man, and it's heartbreaking. And so, man, my heart go out to everybody that's dealing with this at this age, man. Like it's a tough season, but yeah, we gonna keep pushing, man. And if we can entertain you for a couple hours here, man, and make you laugh or something, man, and make you talk about your team or whatever it may be, man. Like, we here to do that. And trust me, it's helping us too, because man, we all dealing with some stuff. Life be lifing, man. You get hit over your head, day after day, man. Something is always something. And so, it can be tedious. It can be heavy at times. And so you need them outlets, man. And so, man, we back on the air, man, to hopefully be a little distraction for you. Um, I see J Jack may have some issues over there, but man, we back. Man, happy to be back. happy to be on and talk about some sports, talk about some things, man. I know I got a few things to get off my chest. So a few things to get off my chest right about now. So a couple of my teams, yeah, good things though with the Pistons, man. My Pistons balling.
You talking about
Uh,
the sports?
yeah, man. I was just telling
Hold
everybody,
on, let me see.
why you was making your
Hear
adjustments,
me?
man. Yeah, I can hear you. I was just telling everybody while you were making your adjustments over there that man, we want to be a
Can you
good
hear me though?
distraction. Yep, I can hear you. Yep, I can hear you. Well, I did. But yeah, we're a good distraction, man. Like, make sure you stay tuned, man. Please like and share the page, like and share the stream. Um, we appreciate every like, appreciate every share. Um, we don't take it for granted. We appreciate it, man. We're gonna get this thing going again. Uh and man, we appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all. Um, you
Yeah,
know, make sure you like, share, shoot us some comments, man, and we gonna rock it out.
no
Take
doubt,
that.
no doubt. I got a little problems with my Wi-Fi. Hopefully, y'all can hear me.
Yeah.
Again, salute to everybody. Okay, so man, I appreciate looking at the numbers, and I see some people watching, man. Whether it's 1 or 100, man, we appreciate each and everybody. I'm just getting back started, warmed up, getting going. Trying to knock off the cobwebs. So bear with me. This internet. Again, thawedmagazine.com will be up in a little bit. More articles. January got more interviews coming. Uh, I got the issue coming with Skylight coming, 44 pages. So we finna get it back rolling, get the train back rolling. Uh, and that's all I can say. So bear with us. We roll out, we riding. So I got to knock the cobwebs off and get back going and fight for everybody that's fighting, man. I appreciate y'all. We all lost some people, man. We lost mothers. Like I say, when I went off, it was going through. Shout out to Tito, man. I know that hurt. So salute to you, my brother. Known each other for a long time. I think since middle school. So I understand, man. Keep fighting. Everybody, cat. I mean, it's a lot of people out there. We all going through some things. We see it on Facebook. A lot of people laugh and make jokes on Facebook, and a lot of people get mad about people making jokes on Facebook. But a lot of people got to laugh to keep from crying.
Yeah.
So bear with them. And it's a different game right now because you got AI. I don't know how you feel about that, bro. Before we get into the sports talking, how you feel about this AI thing? Because we ain't nothing that's gonna stop. It's just gonna keep growing and growing.
Yeah, well, that's one of the things that that we're fighting as an organization, man. The onset of AI data centers,
Mm.
and that platform, man, is a hot button issue for us because and especially in the Black community, man, because that's where they're putting a lot of these data centers, and these data
Mhm.
centers, man, are polluting the community in multiple ways, and they're
I think they
harming the
got one
community.
right in the hood in Memphis, and
Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah,
a couple
man.
of they put them right in the neighborhood.
Yeah, and that's what they're doing more and more because what I mean. You think of towns that maybe GM left and they left a big piece of land that just needs to be used for something, and they'll give them a tax break to use it, and what I'm saying. And a lot of times that's in our neighborhoods, and so yeah, it's a big fight, man, with that. That the onset of AI, and the thing about it is, there's better ways to do it.
Hmm.
It's gonna happen. Like they're gonna do like once big money gets involved, big energy companies, big, AI companies and technology companies, they're gonna find a way. I think the biggest fight for us is to fight to make sure that they're not polluting our communities and that they're being responsible with
Yeah,
how they're building these things out. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. Just there it's gonna happen. You know what I mean? We can fight it as much as we can, and just make sure that they're not polluting our community. There's better ways to do it. They don't have to, use all of our water. They don't have to tap into our energy grid and shoot our bills up. My bill high enough. I don't want my bill higher. So,
Man,
uh, they can figure out different ways to run those data centers. They just do it that way because it's the cheapest way. I'll just use the water that's
hmm
in the river right there, and I'll just tap into y'all energy grid, and we don't care if it shoots y'all bills up. We can afford it, yo. They don't care if we can afford it. So
yeah,
that's kind of the fight. That's kind of the fight, man.
yeah,
So
yeah. That's a lot of people don't think of that fight that you got going, but 'cause more people when they think of AI, they think about you know the what they see, but sometimes with the AI is what you don't see, and that's the
yeah,
part you're talking about right there.
yeah, it's a big thing, and it's something that we trying to put more and more information out there. More and more cities are starting to fight them, because they were sold as one thing, like, oh man, you can get a data center in your community, it's going to create jobs, it's going to do this and this and that, and they finding out that that ain't what it is. What I'm saying?
Hmm
It ain't the benefit that you thought it was going to be. Like AI, it's the reason it's AI don't need a bunch of humans running it.
Yeah.
So they build this big old mega center, and then there's only three people working there. You be like, wait a minute, I thought we was gonna have a bunch of jobs, and they like, nah.
hmm
It run
Uh,
itself. It run
jokes on
itself.
you.
Yeah.
It's- yeah. So that's a crazy thought. Like I say, that's more of what you see compared to what you don't see, and I think that's even more important than what you see because I was thinking about more of what you see, like the it's called creativity. I mean, it's
Yeah.
hard for it's hard to really speak on it, and I think a lot of people that's creative in the true sense of being creative that created with straight from scratch type things. I don't think a lot of them feeling it because
N- They ain't
you got
feeling
a
it
lot
because it
more
ain't in their community.
videographers now. Huh?
They ain't feeling it because it ain't in their community yet. Um,
No, no,
you
no,
know, I,
not that part. What I'm talking about is more just like the creative part. Like when I
oh,
had to do
the use
videos,
of
I
AI.
had to
Okay.
study. Yeah, you know what I mean? I had to study. I had to put the clips together. I had to learn and do that. And now you don't have to do nothing but type in a couple words and you might be able to create something magical.
You can create some I've dabbled in it a little bit. It ain't my favorite, but I've dabbled in it just to kind of see. You get curious. You know what I mean? And
Hmm
it's on everything that we have. Like if you got Google, you know what I mean? There's AI portions of Google. If you got, you know what I mean? Like you got an AI selection on
It's a
everything.
lot.
So you could just click it and just try it, and you say something to it, and then it spits something out. And you be like, whoa. Like it just saved me an hour's worth of work. You know what I mean? Like you can tell it to make a flyer, you can tell it to make anything. Like
and,
it's crazy.
that's the crazy part because you can damn near make a movie. It might be some weird things in there, but if you can master the way they do, you can almost create a movie. When if you didn't have AI, a lot of people wouldn't have the talent to put it together. They wouldn't have been able to learn. That's what I'm talking about. They wouldn't have been. It's going to be more videographers now and more creative content people than if these tools wouldn't exist. And so we always get tools, and I think it's some great tools. But I think a lot of people that's really creative don't really like those tools because it kind of equal out the playing field. And
It
you know what I'm
does.
talking about? Like if I can run a 4-4 in the 40 and then they make you get some shoes that help you run a 4-3 and you can beat me now when you know you was running a 5-2.
Yeah.
But now you're a beast and you greater than me and I mean, that's how I look at it sometimes. Because when I do a magazine and I do so many creative things, I'm looking like, man, there's a lot of people that can do exactly what I did. And it took me 20 years to, and
Yeah.
now,
Yeah.
and I got to try to learn AI because I mean, each thing, with one thing I've learned or to be able to last 20 years in the magazine thing is I always had to adjust to the new tools that come out. So AI is one of the new tools that I'm gonna have to adjust to. So
Yeah.
it's nothing different that I can't adjust to. I just know that it's gonna be more people off the porch that can be right there with what I've done for years, and they can do it in like a real quick, just because
Oh
of the
yeah.
tools, which is good. I mean, I can't say it's bad, but it's like, oh shit,
Yeah, man. It's one of them things. There's good and bad in it. I think personally, I think we need to have some guardrails. Like,
it
what are the
is dangerous.
limits? What are the limits? Because man, like it's limitless right now. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
yeah.
it like you got producers that's putting out AI artists. Like
Yeah.
what? You
But
know
did
what
you?
I'm
But did you see?
saying?
Did you see the one? It almost looked too good. I don't know who did it, but it was LeBron when I forgot who it was. They showed a couple clips, but I guess they AI didn't have LeBron like the guy came up. I seen the original video
Hmm.
where the dude got ejected for
Yeah.
bumping into LeBron, but they AI'd it to where AI swung on him and knocked him down.
Yeah.
And I seen comments like, "Damn, he hit him like that," and they was like thinking like it was real. And I'm like, man,
Yeah.
you know LeBron ain't finna punch nobody like that.
Right, right. Yeah, it's dangerous. It really is because it's, you know what I mean? It's crystal clear digital. Like you don't know, like it's clues. Like sometimes you look at those videos and then somebody that's a little that knows about it, they'll be like, well, look at this line or look at this. Like you can see that it's fake. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
but
yeah. You
everybody,
always got to
the
look at
masses
something in
don't know
there.
that. Yeah,
Yeah,
the masses don't know that. Like the masses just see
exactly.
it and it's running, and you know what I'm saying. And next thing you know, they sharing it, and boom, 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 it's out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's really, really, really dangerous. I mean, it's cool in some ways. Like I do use it a little bit at work now, because you can do some things, just some regular mundane tasks, like what I'm saying, if I needed to send an email to 10 different people, I can tell it to
Hmm.
do that. I can create this one email, be like, send it to such and such and such and such and such and
Yeah.
such and such. I ain't got to type their email in. I can just tell it to do it.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
that's a
so
good way. Yeah, good use of it.
yeah. But
Hmm.
that's a very basic good use. But the bad is, man,
Yeah.
it can get out of control. It already
Oh yeah,
has.
yeah. You already know it's gonna get kind of wild because we think about even when I don't know if it was AI, but when what it was Angel Reese when they put out them pictures or try to make it
Oh,
like she
and
was in a
yeah,
porno or something like that.
yeah,
You know, yeah, when you got people, I think they had a D-Lo, boss man D-Lo, they had him laid out uh with a boy hugged up on him.
yeah,
You know, it's certain things where it's like now you gotta fight for your character. Like, man, that ain't me.
right, yeah.
So
It's man, yeah. Something we gonna deal with.
yeah, yeah. But it is what it is on that. Man, I just was thinking.
Play and see did the ball hit the line or not. You know what I'm saying? Like it was
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
It was
that's
out.
true.
Like, and that's
Yeah,
been a
it
few
start.
years
It's
now.
everywhere. Yeah, it's everywhere. You really you can't avoid it. It's just the times of technology that we headed to. Uh, you
Yeah,
almost wonder what 5 more years what it's gonna be. Is you watching
yeah,
Madden?
man,
Is like is we gonna be watching Madden games? Is watching that? That's gonna be the real football that we have.
man. It's
You
crazy.
know,
Yeah. I
if
wish
they
I wish we'd have
don't
had it
mind
though.
giving you all the money right now because they know it's gonna be not there in 10 years because AI robots will be playing.
Man. Man, you just don't know. I do wish we had it in about 2016. You know what I'm saying? Because JT was short. JT was short.
you
Ohio
you
State
talking about
fans.
Barrett?
JT was short. Yeah. So
Hey, and since we go to college topic right now, man, what we gotta talk about your Wolverines, bro. You done
oh
joined
man.
that infamous club. I was my the head coach for my I don't know the dude, but he was the head coach of my school. Tucker was his name or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Now you got somebody that joined him with y'all. I mean, what you got to explain to something on us. You got to talk to us, bro. What's going on?
I mean, I guess it's just life, man. I don't know. Infidelity is a part of life, but infidelity in the public eye, is it takes you to a whole another level. And so, all of his dirty laundry got tossed on the lawn. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy to see. I don't think nobody expected it. Like we got to the end of our season, we was talking about recruiting and everything. He done hired,
Mm,
a new special team. Like we know it was him coming. Like there was whispers, like and rumors, and you know what I mean. Like, but like message boards, man. Like you kind of can't take a lot of that stuff serious. But I guess that one was
mm,
true. So that one was true.
yeah.
So.
You think it's gonna be any more fallout? Like, how do they? I mean, do you think they try to cover it up or what? I always
Um,
hear yo.
I don't think they try to
The,
cover it up. I think it's one of them things. It's kind of like how in the workplace, man, like there's whispers, like oh boy, messing with old girl, but
hmm
what I'm saying, nobody could prove it, and I think that's what it was. Like as a organization, as a school, what I mean, they can't go off a rumor,
Yeah,
even if they like, man, this is really it's really happening for real. But what? How can you prove it? And so until
yeah,
she came forward, it was just rumor. A lot of players knew it. Like it's one of them things. Like people knew it, but how do you prove it? How do you take that to HR and say this is happening? And
yeah.
so that was the quandary. And so, but yeah, she bust that wide open when she went and and told what was going on. Like, and they were like, there it is. And they
Yeah.
let him go, and he wigged out and and did what he did, and which made it 10 times worse. It's like, man, like
Mhm.
you already got caught. You know what I'm saying? Old girl done told on you, man. Like, go underground, like just go away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
So
man,
that happened like that, and he was finna fire her.
yeah. Well, the story is that, like I said, it was a known thing, so much so that the AD basically called him in the office, like, hey, man, like, come on, man, like you gotta let this girl go. You gotta get her out of the department. It ain't a good look what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like we can't prove it, so we can't punish you for it. But
Yeah.
go on and clean it up. And so he basically fired the girl. And she was like, "You ain't what? You gonna fire me? Okay, I got
Yeah, I
something for
got
you.
you.
Got something for you. You're talking
Yeah.
about firing me, like, which was, not, we're not, condoning, infidelity, but even my grandma says
Mhm.
the right way to do wrong. So,
Yeah. And that
like
was
you,
yeah, yeah,
yeah, like you should have been like, hey, my boss, like they on to us, like I'm gonna need to pay you to go away. Like I'm not doing this. They are. Like
hmm
what how can we resolve this? How I need you to not be in the athletic department no more. I need to move, like I'll help you get a job across campus somewhere. In a
Yeah.
whole different department somewhere. You can work in an engineering building or something, but I need to get you out of here.
Yeah,
He
he
should have
blew it
worked it out.
completely.
He
Yeah.
just tried to cut her off and send her on her way. And she like, oh no. Nah. Like we've been messing
Yeah.
around, we've been doing this, and now you finna throw me away. You think you finna throw me? Okay, I got one for you.
Yeah. He didn't know what he was dealing with on that. He ain't know he messed up all the way around. There was so many ways that man messed up that it make you wonder how he even got in that position.
Which is crazy. And I caught a lot of flack from Michigan fans when that process was happening because I was like, I ain't really hot on him being the coach. Like I
Yeah, I
liked him as
remember
an
you said it.
OC.
Yeah, I remember the post.
And people, of course, like you dogging a black man. Like okay, but he hadn't had a job like that before. He had only had 1 year of even being like a co-offensive coordinator. He wasn't even the sole offensive coordinator. Like so, it was just too much too soon for me. And I've and people say whatever they want. You know what I mean? Like people say it like it's arrogance, but I don't feel like a job like Michigan's like you should be getting a first time head coach. I just don't. I feel like
Mhm.
you get a coach that has been a coach in other places before that built up to getting the Michigan job. Like don't uh get some first time coach. I didn't like that. So uh, I don't know, but yeah, that was a
Yeah,
tough, and it's been a tough process. And now we're trying to find a new coach, and that process ain't you know pretty either, because of course you got all kind of rumors and stuff happening, and oh, it's this coach, oh, it's that one, you know you have to check out of it after a while. So I don't know. I don't know. It's
yeah. I so I'm gonna ask you, where do y'all go from here? Like y'all got coaches in line? Is it somebody at the top of the list, somebody that you want? Like what you're hearing about, what you think, what's going on with the Michigan head coach searches?
I think they had like Kate Underboard, Alabama coach, and at least the reports were, like, take that for what it's worth. But the reports were that Alabama's coach Kalen DeBoer and Arizona State's coach Dillingham were the two top guys. Well, Dillingham just signed a new deal. Like, he basically used all this press, and what I mean, like, they know how to use that to their advantage. Like, hey, somebody else on me. You got to sweeten the deal, or I might leave. So he got his new deal. So now I'm not sure where we at. Um, the way it feels right now, because of course we got our assistant head coach that's kind of running things right now. He's the one that's going to coach the team in the bowl game. And so there's a lot of sentiment out there that he should get the job. Like, you know what I mean? Like, stop all this circus, give him the job, and let's calm everything down, and see if we can keep most of our recruits. A lot of the kids like him, so see if we can keep our team together. And I get that sentiment, but we said that last year with Sharon. Like, that was what they were saying with him. Like, hey, Sharon is here, and he's the guy that can keep all of this together. He make him the coach, and he can keep the coordinators, and he can keep everybody together, and he has all the support. And Harbaugh wanted him to have the job and all of that. And I just I feel like we have enough time to find somebody else now. Like, the portal don't even open until the top of the year. So you got 7, 10 days or so, I'd say like 10, 11 days. Like, you got enough time, to me, if you're already in your process and you've already identified some coaches that, you feel like are the ones that you feel like are able to coach the team. Go through the process and pick somebody and get them in here, and get them to stabilize everything. Um, and I'd rather go that way than to go with an interim, because who's going to stay with the interim? Because you've been not only there for this scandal, but everything that happened with Jawan, everything that happened with the hockey coach, because that was a big scandal that he hid until he couldn't hide it no more, and then he had to fire him, and bring on the assistant coach and luckily that worked out. He luckily found Dusty May for the basketball team. Like, he's been a part of a lot of
Yeah,
different
we can't even
scandals and a
forget
lot
Connor
of different
Stallions.
missteps, and so a lot of the regents and a lot of them were like, this is all falling on you. So I can see him, getting a pink slip too. And then, so what you gonna do? It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with you. It is a lot, and he has been through. He been there ADing for a lot of situations. Michigan is um the old MSU.
I mean, the Matt Weiss stuff, like, it's been a
Yeah, it's
lot.
been a
And then,
lot.
of course,
Yeah,
it's kind of stallion stuff. And, like, it's been a lot. And a lot of people internally, a lot of people feel like, okay, this department out of control. Like,
Yeah.
what's going
And that
on?
ain't even including all the brushbacks they brung up while he was in, like Anderson, Dr. Anderson. They just threw a
Yeah,
lot of the old stuff in there at the same time. So it's like a mumble, the old, the current, and it's a whole bunch of stuff that's going on while he there, which I can't say he not handling well because it ain't blew up on him, but it's getting to the point where it's not it's gonna be where he can't he gonna either something gonna happen. He gonna have to he probably gonna want to step down if everything keep coming like that.
yeah. I
You know
mean,
what
we
I'm
have
saying?
a,
It's
an actual
old, new. It's
outside
so much.
firm that's doing an internal investigation right now on the whole department.
Mm,
So yeah, it's some stuff that's probably gonna turn up. Like they probably go like, nope,
yeah.
we didn't handle this right. Nope, we didn't handle this right. Didn't handle this right. And so at the end of the day, when that investigation come down, they probably gonna give a report like, well, we recommend
Mm,
that y'all start over,
yeah.
and that'll be all the regions need to be like, all right, he's out of here. And what do you do? Me personally, I feel like we've been here before. You bring in
Mm,
somebody like Beeline that can be the the interim AD. You bring in a new coach, like you just settle things down. You know what I'm saying? And you know, because at some point, like Michigan is a public university. Like this ain't no private school. Like this is a state university, like public university. Like so, you are answering to the public, to the taxpayers, and you can't keep having scandals every year. And because we have scandals, you're probably paying out settlements, and you're probably paying for attorneys and different things. And so there's a cost to that. Like none of this is free. Like when you're going through this stuff, you're bringing on attorneys and firms, and like right now they brought on a firm that they paid to come in and do an internal investigation that ain't free. And so millions of dollars every year for scandals, and retaining lawyers for this and retaining lawyers for that. Like, and they ain't they not retaining a lawyer that's got the office next to the liquor store on the corner. Like they retaining the big boys. So those are millions of dollars of retainers to deal with scandals over and over again. Like that's not something that when you're under public scrutiny, that you're going to keep doing. Like the regents and your boards are not going to put up with that. They're going to be like, hey, we need to put a stop to this and that. And if that means we got to go with new leadership, and that's what's going to happen. We're going to get you up out of here. We're going to get somebody in here that can come in here and clean this up and get this department together so we can continue to do what we do. So, man, it's been a lot, but hopefully, you know, it'll come to a close. It'll come to a head, and they'll do what's necessary. And if that means going with new leadership, then that's what's going to happen. And maybe that's what needs to happen. Like we need to shake some stuff up, get some, get some folks to straighten up and fly right. So that's kind of where it's at, man. I'm hoping. As a Michigan fan, what I mean, I'm hoping that they just do the right thing and get this stuff together, man, and go on and get your coaches in place, and we've been there before. Do the right thing, get stuff together, man. So because it's not fair to the kids that's in the program. They're waiting to see if they even have a coach, who the coach is. Do they have a spot? Because a new coach come in, he might not like you. You know what I mean? The other coach recruited you. I ain't recruit you. So, you basically going through the recruiting process kind of again, where new coach come in and he kind of getting the lay of the land. I mean, I hope he don't do no Dion like, hey, I'm bringing my own luggage up in here. You know what I'm saying? Like all y'all go to the portal. But how I feel about that. But anyway, so
yeah. So I'm gonna ask you about this one. Then, what you think about our coach, MSU's new coach?
oh man, man, he's number one. I like Fitzgerald. I think, what I'm saying, he's the perfect guy to come in, and he's built a program. So he
Hmm.
knows what he wants to do. Come in. He's I saw um yeah, he's made two great coordinator hires. Um he gonna come in and clean it up and do his thing. And so
Yeah,
yeah, he's on the right track. I can't say nothing except that he's on the right track. And that's what I expected when I saw that he got hired. I'm like, oh yeah, like, he gonna come in and do what he do.
yeah. My thing is, I always look at a coach, especially in the Big Ten. Do you got the aggressiveness or do you got that too much niceness? And I think Jonathan Smith was just too nice. It's like how we used to always say certain coaches don't appreciate or don't grab in the rivalry to the point where I gotta beat him. They like, oh well, that's we're gonna beat him. And like, wait a minute, what? Say that a little better than that, because I need to know that you really want to beat this guy. Not just because you're gonna make a lot of money, you're gonna train the kids and have a good time. And no, you come to take it serious. And that's what I like about Fitzgerald is when I seen him at the basketball game and he really embraced the Spartan the culture, or what I'm saying, being a Spartan, and he had that let's go, we got that with that energy, what I'm saying? It's like infectious type energy that the kids already got a lot of energy, even if they act like they don't, or they got a lot of energy in them. And you
Yeah.
see the older man, the Gramps, and he ain't got no energy. How you gonna coach me? And he don't got no he need to sit on the couch. And I think Jonathan Smith looked like that to me. Like I never felt like he was gonna put no fear in nobody. Like D'Antoni, I knew when he come, he was it's Michigan, pride before the fall, and he was ready. I never felt that way. I felt like Jonathan Smith, we beat by 30, he was gonna be all right.
Yeah, I mean it's important. I mean, a lot of people don't like hearing, what I'm saying, when you're going through a hire, going through a process, and you're like, hey, we want a Michigan man, or we want this or that. And it's not so much, what I'm saying, the exact Michigan man, but it's like you got I want somebody that's gonna come in and say F Ohio. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta buy in, and you gotta get other kids
Yeah,
to, you gotta get your team to buy in too. How you gonna buy
they
if
gotta
you don't
believe you.
care and you just like, Ohio's another game. Nah, bro, get him up out here. Like, nah, it's
Get
not
him up
just
out of here.
another game. You know what I'm saying? That'd be like somebody at Michigan State coming in and be like, well, Michigan's not that bad, y'all gonna be like, what? You don't get out of
Yeah,
here. Like, nah, you gotta buy
man,
in. Like, I want somebody
gotta
that
buy
that
in.
hate them. Like that, we don't like them. You know what I'm saying? And then
Yeah,
200 and some days we gonna play them. We gonna beat them. Like that's what people want to hear. That's what's gonna
yeah,
make the donors
oh
buy
yeah,
in. That's what's gonna make people buy some tickets. You know what I'm saying? They like, hey, this is one of our guys. He's one of us. Let's go.
yeah. And that's exactly it. Hey, I gotta apologize because I ain't even see it. I just started looking around. I seen a lot of comments, and my post was on private. Uh, Man,
Oh,
let me see if I can get it to where I can read some comments on here. Cause we had quite a few comments I wasn't even able to show on or talk. Hold on. So I'm gonna let you go ahead. Let me see what I can do right here, Jeff.
yeah, go ahead, man.
We
Uh,
Yeah. Let me see if
Yeah,
I can get this right.
but yeah, man. These coaching hires is, I do think again that Michigan State just hit it right. Um, and he's doing nothing more to disprove that than what he doing with his coordinators. Like he lining his folks up, um, and making the right hires and getting folks in the building, man. That he want, that fits what he wants to do, and so. He's hitting the ground running. Like we ain't even in the new year yet. Like the portal ain't even opened up yet. And he already got his coordinators in place. More than likely he probably got, position coaches too. You got your coordinators and they come, they have their guys probably. So he probably got a secondary coach, his linebacker coach. He got, what I'm saying, uh, probably got his S and C coach. Uh And so, at the top of the year, you're gonna be ready to jump. Like, hey, what I'm saying? We finna hit this portal real hard and see and fill some of these gaps. Let me see if it's a quarterback out here. Let me see if it's somebody out here. They probably know who they trying to go after. And so that's a big thing. That's a real big thing when you got your program on schedule. So now we can just move forward. And Michigan's not in position right now. Like you ain't got a coach. So you got somebody in the building. You got somebody that's saying, hey, you know what I'm saying? You got some holdovers that's still there. Biff Poggi is the one that's the coach right now. And so he's the one that's kind of talking to the recruits saying, hey, hold on, you know what I'm saying? Like just be patient. We're gonna have a coach soon. A lot of the kids probably will, hold off because they already at Michigan. They like, well, I ain't gotta rush, but y'all gotta come on. Like y'all gotta come on with this so we can figure out what's going on. Cause, he might not like the coach and January 1, the portal open. Like I want to jump out there. So yeah, it's a tale of two different programs right now. Like one is on track, got their coach, got everybody that's going, his staff, and now college programs have GMs and stuff now. So you got some of everything going on with college programs. So he got his people in place, and Michigan, hopefully, I'm hoping, as a Michigan fan, I'm hoping in the next week that they figure something out. Um, I'm not the one that agreed. There's a lot of sentiment to name the interim coach right now, to name him coach. I'm not in favor of that. I think we got time. I think you've been in the process to, because when coach, the AD doesn't do a coaching search. A lot of people don't know that. Like programs bring in a search firm to interview a bunch of candidates and all that stuff, and you know then they report back to the school and say, hey, here's your top three, here's your top four, and now they'll interview with the athletic director and go like that. And so we've been in the process long enough, I think, to where we can identify somebody, two or three guys, and hey, let's make some offers and let's get somebody in here. Like we don't need to be in this position to have an interim, not in my opinion. Um, Pick somebody, what I'm saying, pick somebody you believe in and bring them in here and help him build and help him get his staff in here and help him move his family here and do all the stuff you need to do so we can continue on. That's how I feel, man. And so, hopefully, that happens here shortly in the next week or so. I think J Jack might still be out figuring out some things with his system. But man, let me check these comments and see who's out here, man. We appreciate y'all rocking with us and being on with us, man. We appreciate it so much. We've been away for a while. But thank y'all for rocking with us on this late Saturday. Uh, it's 9 something Eastern time, man. We appreciate y'all rocking with us with and salute to J Jack, man, Thawed Magazine, man. He puts in a lot of work on this platform to make this thing go, man. And appreciate him greatly with the different shows that's on this platform. Man, it's a lot of work. And man, just salute to J Jack, man, for building this platform and man, giving us great content. And so we appreciate you, J Jack. I don't know if you can hear me, man. I know you out here pulling some chords and pulling some strings and trying to get this thing working right. But man, we appreciate you. Is there anybody out there, man? Let me peek in these comments, man. I see. Is there any comments out here? Appreciate y'all rocking with us. Let me see if we got. Oh man, it's 13 comments. Miss Cat, I see you. Appreciate you. Said OG, what up, man? Appreciate you coming on, man. Man, said you asking who I want as the head coach in Michigan. Man, that's a good question. Um, that's a good question. Um, I'm not sure who I want. Like, you got Kalen DeBoer that's out there, and personally, I still think that that's who they kind of holding out for. And that's a gamble because he could go through the playoffs. He can go win another game. He can drag it all the way out and then be like, thanks, but no thanks, and then you up shit creek. So I don't know. Um, Man, we'll see. We'll see. Um, a lot of Michigan fans, it's kind of 50-50 on Jed Fish. I'm a Jed Fish fan personally, the coach of Washington. I'm a fan. I want somebody who has a really good offense personally. Um, I'm I like running the ball and all that, but I want some balance. You know what I mean? Like, I want to be like the Detroit Lions, where hey, we can smash and run the ball and all that, but we can be explosive in the passing game too. You know what I mean? I want some balance, man. I don't want to just be smashed. And that was another thing that I just didn't appreciate about Sharon Moore because that's all he leaned on. When things got tough, he like, let's run it. It's like, but you running it like they lining up eight in the box, man. Like you got to throw the ball, bro. Like I know you want to appear to be tough and be like, we gonna run it anyway. That was a hardball thing.
Mhm.
Sometime he'd be like, man, we gonna run it anyway. I don't care if you got eight in the box. That's a little bit too much pride for me.
Shout out to Jeff's wife too, Kimberly Austin Bull. She shared the real. Salute. Who else on here? Let me see. I see Cassandra Garrett Hicks. Appreciate you. Just followed me. I appreciate that. Salute to you. Let me see. Let me see if I can get to the comments because I hate not being able to see the comments. I mean, anybody know how we run our platforms and stuff, man. Comments is everything. People's communication. Okay. How you say? Being involved with what we doing is everything. So I hate not being able to post the comments. So
For
let me
sure.
see what I got.
Shout out to D Snow, sis. What up? What up?
Yeah, D Snow. Shout out to Cedric Walker Simmons.
Said
Say
OG.
you've been watching the college football playoffs, chosen one. Well, we didn't really even get to that. Well, we're gonna address that. Said he just put that up 4 minutes ago. Shout out to D Snow. She said they need to keep it consistent and let the assistant coach lead them right now. So he's talking about Jeff and what he was talking about. Shout out to you, D Snow. Um, said facts, chosen one. Said also said who you want as the head coach at Michigan, chosen one. So I think Jeff addressed that. You addressed that, right?
I kind of did, but not really. Because I really don't have a pick, to be honest. I know that Kalen DeBoer at Alabama and the ASU coach was the at least you know according to reports like
Mm-hmm.
what you can go with that. They were supposedly the lead two, but I see Dillingham got he resigned. He got a new deal today, and in his quote he said Michigan never offered him. So
Mm-hmm.
what do you know? You know what I'm saying? Uh, what our list is may not be Michigan's list. So, uh,
Yeah, that's true.
yeah. I'm at this point. I'm just in a wait and see mode. I guess I just see when everybody else see.
Hmm. I agree with that. Uh, I see it said 13 comments. I only see four right now. I don't know if Jeff, you can see any other ones on that Thawed magazine page. I mean, either Thawed magazine or my page.
Yeah, it
I'm
looked like
not
you
for
had
sure.
13 on your page. Uh,
Yeah.
you had 13 comments, had 11 shares. Appreciate y'all.
Mm.
Seven,
But I only
seven.
see four of them.
Huh.
You see all
Okay.
13? You want to read the other ones?
Yeah. Yeah, it's 13 of them on there. Yep. Miss Cat, the Captain Rivers, she said, "Good to see you back." She also said prayers, and she said, "I love y'all. We got each other, soldiers." Yep, yep, for sure. Then we got a couple from said, "What up, fellas?" He asked me who I wanted the head coach. He said facts. And then D Snow said they need to keep it consistent, let the assistant coach lead. Yeah, that's pretty much what's happening right now. Said
Mm-hmm.
actually have we been watching the playoffs? Tito said he'll be 50 in August. I'll be 50 in April, man. So we all right there together,
We
bro.
there.
You know, and he said, "What up, brothers?" Charles Peterson the second said, "I see you, cuz." And he
No
also put
doubt,
up a
cut.
laughing emoji. So we must have said something. But yeah, so
Yeah.
yeah, you had
I
13
see
comments.
Carl Stewart too. I see a couple shares too. Carl Stewart, cuz. What's up? Daryl Austin. I think he was on tonight on a 989. The Bean. He had his interview on there. Shout out to Daryl. Catch some of that R&B, that good R&B he kicking. Man, shout out to the whole music scene. We got to get it back popping. Hey, we back and rolling. We trying to get it going. So we appreciate all the comments, all the shares. Catherine Rivers, she shared on a couple labels, a couple groups. I see she shared. So everybody that shared, man, I appreciate it. Jeff appreciate it. We
For
appreciate it as
sure.
a whole, man. Salute, man. We don't expect to go viral in these times, and we know what we have to do to go viral. And a lot of times we ain't willing to do
Mm-mm.
that.
Nah,
So if we can go organically reach one, two, three, that equals four, five, six more, and seven, eight, and nine, and it grows organically, we good with that.
for
Uh,
sure.
yeah, it's kind of hard to reach in these days. A lot of people be like, man, I'm reaching 100,000, 50,000, but they ain't gonna tell you how much they buying ads or which I buy ads, but if I do it, I'm gonna do it magazine and it's gonna be usually to promote someone else. But a lot of times people just don't tell you the whole thing when they doing something. So take everything on this internet as what it is. A lot of things is man, it's wild in the internet streets. It's
No
wild.
doubt, no doubt. Shout out
Yeah.
to our sports talk peeps as well, man. We see
Yeah, yeah.
y'all out
Shout out to
there.
Sports Talk.
Yeah,
What we on what, 15th year, 14th? I lost count.
man. Yes, yeah, man. Nice little stretch. Yeah, trying to
Yeah.
think. We in
I
25
see,
right now. But we started in
I think
like
it was
'09 or something like that. '08,
yeah,
'09.
'09. Yeah, I think it was like
Yeah,
16 years ago.
yeah, man. Yeah.
We was one of the first Sports Talk, one of the first groups, period. Hopefully it was all right. But that Notre Dame faction said in there by itself right now. So he said
Right.
you gotta hold the squad up.
Yeah, well, he still got Rob Baxter with him. They holding it
Oh
down.
yeah, yeah, Rob. That dang, yeah, I forgot Rob is old Domer, Golden
Yeah, yeah.
Domer.
For sure. Got a
Yeah,
couple of
we
them.
gonna touch on that
This
too.
another one I can't
Said
remember.
Michigan basketball team been balling. So yeah, we gonna touch on that. Said because I don't like it, but Jeff, I'm quite sure you like
Man, I got to take my wins where I can get them right now. So,
it. Hey, I hope they get all their shots out, get all that high power stuff out the game. Go get your 100 points and get it on out the way, man.
hey, man, uh, I can't say, Dusty May, man, he been doing his thing. Uh, but they gave him all the resources, what I'm saying, that he needed,
Hmm.
and he took advantage of it. When he came in, he said I need money for NIL. What I mean, you want me to go win? Give me the horses, give me the dollars to go get who I need to get, and so they've been doing it. And so
Yeah, he's a good
yeah,
young
it's been
coach too.
paying off so far. But till you win the big one, what I'm saying, everything else is just these are regular season games. So
Yeah, yeah, and I like the fact sometimes you can punch people who get 100 point games early in the season, and it kind of make it hard for you later on the season because everybody kind of got film on you. They coming harder at you. You ain't sneaking up on nobody. So that's when we gonna find out really later in the season if they really cut like that. When people are
yeah,
starting to game plan and study hard for them and really coming at them because they not expecting a tight game. They expecting Michigan to come try to stump on them, so they gotta come with it.
Yeah, no doubt. I think the one thing that'll help us, that is helping us, is that you know we've been running shoot 9, 10 deep, man. Like, uh, you know, so I don't expect us to run out of gas just because he playing a lot of players,
Hmm.
man. And shout out to Trey McKinney, freshman, man. Like he been balling off the bench, like, and you don't see 5 stars come off the bench too much, but because we had a loaded lineup. Like he had to come off the bench. So man,
Yeah,
he been balling. He been a lot of the reason why we've been able to blow people out because usually if you have a star-studded starting five and then there's a drop off, with the bench, you know, um,
yeah,
the starters get wore out because you got to put them right back in. So, but with
that's
with
true.
us, man, we got a lot of players. So a lot of times they extend the lead when they come in because they going against somebody else's bench, and a lot of them guys are starters. Trey could start anywhere else, just about. So to have him come
Hmm.
off the bench and some other cats that could start, like that's what's been the difference.
Yeah, and that's good. I think depth is a good reason for a lot of our team success from like Michigan, Michigan State, Pistons, Lions. Lions depth is always getting tested because of injuries, but
Oh
they always
man.
got some good players coming off. But yeah, that's a hurt one. That's kind of a hurter right there. But I think we're gonna talk about them last day. I really don't. Yeah, it's a matter of fact. We do have a game. Matter of fact, we might well go and talk about them.
Yeah.
'Cause right now it's a game being played. I gotta check on that game because I think the better rooting interest for us is the Bears to lose. I think the Bears and the Packers play. I think now they play 7:20. They think they should be in half or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna check
But
on
for the
that. But
Lions,
yeah, we definitely need somebody to lose. So
yeah,
yep, it's halftime. Green Bay 6-0. It's at the half.
6-0.
Yep.
Okay,
So I don't know
so
where they
yeah,
at, but it must be cold for it to be 6-0. So
yeah, oh yeah, yeah. It's at
snowing or
Soldier
something.
Field.
So
Yeah, it's at Soldier Field.
okay. It did say too that Jordan Love is out. Like he got a helmet to
Mm.
helmet hit and knocked him out.
Mm.
So
Uh, that
that's a
might be
tough one.
tough. The only reason, like I say, we talk about that because the Lions do got a vested interest in that game in a certain way. Because the Lions currently, I think, if the Bears lose, they control their own destiny. So that's the main thing. If the Bears win, you still need them to lose one before the Lions can control their destiny. And the only reason is because the Lions play the Bears at the end of the season, and
Yeah,
if they beat them that second time, they'll have a tiebreaker, 2 wins over the Bears, head to head. Plus, they had the same record if the Bears lose one and then lose to the Lions. So
for
that's why
sure.
it's an invested interest into that game. I think the Packers are a little bit too far up. With Jordan Love getting injured, it ain't out of the question for them to totally fold because they really taking it. We always talk about injuries, but right now they just lost Michael Parsons last week, and then they lost Jordan Love this week, and it don't get no worse than that. At least your game breaking defensive end and your leader, your quarterback. That's a rough one.
Yeah, that's real rough. Yeah. Um, but you know, that's what's been happening to us. So it's just part of the game.
Yeah, yeah,
We
yeah.
lost Hutch and we lost, Kirby Joseph and we lost, so like it's football, you know.
Man,
I got my
that's a
issues
whole
with it
show
though.
right there.
Somebody need to tell our coach, man, we don't need to be tackling during the week, man. Like, chill out.
Man, bro. I don't know what they doing, but it's something where they beating each other up or something, bro. 'Cause you see, I don't even know if Kirby Joseph will ever be the same. I don't know if he got old man knees now or what's going on with his knees. But he done missed
Yeah,
like 8 games and he still ain't feeling good about his chances of coming back this season. And they won't put him on IR, so you automatically know it's almost something that surgery won't even fix.
right.
Because they would have been put him on IR and go and send him in surgery, go and get started, get ready for next year.
Right. And it might be him too, like one, like don't take me out of the, you know, I feel like I'm gonna get back.
Yeah, it
So
could be, yeah. Yeah.
he might be like,
It's always
hey, if we
possible.
make the playoffs, I'll get back, or if we make the NFC Championship game, I'll get back. So
Yeah. Man, it's tough though, but like I say, we keep an eye on that Packers Bears game. Like I say, Jeff said it's 6-zip at the half, low scoring game, good defense. Uh, I'm hoping the Packers do better than they did when they played the Browns and it was like 6-zip and they was winning and all of a sudden they gave up like 20 points in the last 10 minutes of the fourth quarter.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, man. Yeah, I'll take whatever we can get. You know what I mean, to get us to the playoffs, man. They can drop on whatever stadium they're playing. I don't know if they're playing in Chicago or Green Bay. I guess it don't matter, but they can
yeah.
meteor can drop on the stadium and knock them both out.
Hey, but on that Lions, our Lions, bro. I know we kind of knew it was gonna be tough. We wasn't looking at no 15-2 season, but we didn't ever get to talk about it because we've been down for so long. But I'm quite sure your expectations wasn't no playoff possibilities. Um, like what kind of did it? I know the expectations had to take a hit. I mean, all Lions fans. I've seen a lot of Lions fans panicking. I done seen media, Detroit media this whole year. I've been like, they suck, bro.
Man,
They've been so negative. It's ridiculous. Um,
yeah, it's real ridiculous,
it,
man.
it, it's just bad right now.
We've
I
been
mean, what do
catching
you
it.
see? Huh?
We've been catching it though on so many ways. Um,
Yeah.
I try not to speak on it, but you can't help but to speak on it. Like number one, we've been catching it from the refs. Like, well, it's like they keep making up stuff. Like that touchdown or so
That
called
touchdown.
touchdown against the Rams. It's like, come on, dog. Like it ain't even close. Like
Yeah.
I didn't even see if it's a 50-50 coin flip. Like, what I'm saying? Right close to the line. It might be. This mug was like on a 1.5 yard line.
Yeah. And then they
How is
didn't
that a
really
touch?
even know if
It ain't a
they didn't even see
touchdown.
if the
It
ball
ain't a
touched the ground.
catch.
Yeah.
It ain't like what?
Yeah. It's
uh,
been bad. So I mean, like I say, a lot of times to win the Super Bowl, you gotta have like a perfect storm almost. You gotta have the refs, which is why Kansas City, everybody feel like, the refs help them. Injuries gotta be decent. That's why Mahomes was always ready for a Super Bowl. Chris Jones, they always had their best players available for Super Bowls. You gotta have like a perfect storm, man. You gotta be going in there rolling, and Lions just haven't. It's like, bro, we lost Kobe Joseph for the year. Well, it looked like for the year. I'm hoping he come back. Brian Branch, Terrion Arnold. That's your whole secondary right there.
yeah,
DJ Reed been getting toasted, man. I think he's still playing a little hurt, and he trying to do his best that he can, man. I can't be really mad at him, but I feel like he playing hurt out there. Um, Amik, he been getting little boyed a couple times. Um, right now it's a struggle, bro, for that whole secondary. I don't know what you could say. It's a struggle. And right now we're not getting enough pressure. We got Aiden Hutchinson, Aleem McNeil, DJ Reader, Tyleek Williams. We got all them guys back. They defensive line, we should be good. Even Marcus Davenport back. And it's like they not really back.
right.
We didn't get enough pressure on the Rams. We didn't get it to Stafford enough to alter his play. And
Yeah,
that's a bad recipe for the secondary.
it is. I will say though, Rams got one of the best offensive lines in the league, so I kind of just chalked it up to that with them. But man, these
Mm,
other squads, man, like we should be getting pressure. Um,
yeah.
and so yeah, it's one of them things, man. But the only silver lining, man. I feel like if we make the playoffs, I feel like we can make some noise. That's just how I feel.
Yeah, all
I
you
don't
need
think
is to
nobody want to
get
see
in
us.
there, get in there and get hot.
Yeah, I don't think nobody want to see us. So yeah, they gonna root for the bear. You know what I mean? Like the Bears is talented, but they look combustible too. Like you can get good QB. You can get wild QB with him. So he can
Hmm.
he can throw 3 touchdowns or he can throw 3 picks. Like yeah, so
Yeah,
they're a wild card to me. But
yeah.
you
They
play the
and they
Lions.
dangerous though. I give them another year or so. Ben Johnson has been. They running hooking ladders and all kinds. You almost looking like damn. That's the Lions right there and shit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's another
But
thing with us too that I didn't expect. I didn't expect for us to demote our offensive coordinator. I didn't expect that to happen. So now you
I
got the
thought,
head coach trying to call plays, and you know what I'm saying, like that. That has to be rectified too. Like if he ain't the guy, man, at the end of the year, you
get him on.
gotta get him out of there and get somebody else in there. Like
Yeah,
can't have a head
and
coach trying
I
to
thought
call
it might
plays.
help at that time. I thought he was gonna be a cat that sometimes, sometimes to win like the playoffs and Super Bowl, you can't be as flashy like Ben Johnson. You got to be able to power over guys, protect the ball, limit your turnovers, and time of possession wins and dominate the team in the playoffs. You got to change it.
Yeah,
You got to play a whole different game than what the Lions was playing. And I felt like when they brought Morton in, I thought that's what they were gearing to.
yeah,
Power run game, control the ball, explode when you gotta explode. But like against the Rams, they had the ball for like 26 minutes.
hmm,
That ain't gonna work. The Rams got the ball 33, 34 minutes. You can't keep the ball in the other quarterback hands, especially Matt Stafford.
no,
That ain't gonna work.
mm-mm,
You know, you trying to score quick with Gibbs and JMO, two hitter quitters. Like every time you got the ball, all of a sudden you got three and outs.
mm,
You don't even know how to make a first down, a simple first down.
man,
You know what I mean? That's the stuff that been killing us all year is because you don't know, you don't forgot how to use David Montgomery.
mm,
You
yeah,
know what I mean? I don't understand that. Like you put David Montgomery in for 2 plays, 3 plays, he get 2 yards or 3 yards or minus yard. Now he done for the game. Wait a minute, that ain't let him get warm, bro. That's how he get to. He gonna truck some cats. But get him in there. You gonna punish some guys, make them feel defeated, and then you bring Gibbs in, and boom.
mm-hmm,
Now you just trying to keep Gibbs in because you know he can bust a play, but yet he getting same -1, -2. You keeping him in, but he getting his yards mostly on receiving.
right, right,
So that's one of our biggest problems this year. Is I feel like they almost done eliminated the how you say the tone setting type of plays that David Montgomery do. Like
yeah,
I think that what is that against the Seahawks when he just trucked the old boy, caught the play out the backfield and ran him over, ran another guy out, turned him around. Bro, we missing them type of plays because you're not letting them play.
right, right.
Remember the
So,
one play where they had him and he running against the offensive line and damn near they picked him up and they carried him more yards, bro. That gets the team hyped. They
mm-hmm,
was loving them type plays, bro. We have none of those type plays because you don't want to play David Montgomery enough. Feeling like he ain't gonna get you the big plays because you want the big plays. Bro, we dying by demanding the big plays.
right, right. So, yeah, we gotta figure that out. Um, no, I just think you need to go with another OC. You know, because
Yeah.
that's taking Dan away from what he does best, which is manage the whole team. But he got a headset on and he got a playbook. He trying to,
Bro, he
nah,
up there
man,
like this and shit.
yeah.
And hell, look at the
The
like
only good thing about
call
it,
that.
since he
All of a sudden, damn, we on the next play. Oh shit, for real?
the only good thing is when he called and plays, he a little bit more conservative. He kicking field goals. Kicks field goal, man.
Bro,
And he
that
got to
shit
take a
pissing me
breather.
off
He
because that's
like,
the
man, kick
media,
field
bro. The
goal.
medias and fans always talking about he go for it too much. All of a sudden he ain't going for it. Why he ain't go for it? Bro, leave that man alone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bro, it's ridiculous, bro.
Man.
I watched the Rams when I watched the Rams and he kicked that field goal. I said, man, what? I said, they done took my coach, done shaved that man and made him nuthless, bro. I hate to say the name or words. You didn't hear that. You didn't
Yeah.
hear what I said, but
Hey, he calling plays. He gotta, you know what I'm saying? He doing that. He expelling extra energy. He like, man, should I kick that field goal so I can get me a drink of water and catch a break or something? So, he he gotta. It's making him work a little bit more. Now you got to think a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? He got to make sure the right, uh, you know, uh, formation is happening and all that, and he talking to the quarterback and all this going on. He like, man,
oh, they killing us, bro. I
yeah,
hate that hire, bro. I hate that they got Morton. If you My thing about that is if you felt that he wasn't a guy, why we couldn't replace him early in the season?
yeah,
That's what my thing is because I feel like if you feel like he can listen more, you put him to the side, say, "Let me help you out. This is what I want to do," and we get him ready week 4, week 3, week 2, week 4, week 5, week 6, and we build him up. Then you let him ride. Then you let him go.
yeah.
Right now, you just done made him just obsolete. He just getting paid for nothing. He just there, and then you go to the podium and say, "Oh yeah, John Morton, he's helping me a lot." Bro, you don't even want him to call plays. I know you don't really want to listen to him.
Right, right. And the players is complaining about him too. So you didn't pretty much X them out the equation. So
Bro, it's ridiculous. And I was gonna ask you that because I was gonna say which one did you think was more like a bigger loss? To me, it was Frank Ragnow. But what do you feel between? No, I know I believe Frank Ragnow was a bigger loss than Ben Johnson. But what do you feel? Do you feel it was Ben or Frank?
it was definitely Frank. Because man, that offensive line struggled early in the year. I mean, they starting to come around. The young guys are
Hmm.
starting to come around. But yeah, I mean, yeah, losing Frank when we did because he ain't retire at the end of last season where he can go into the draft and say, okay, we need you know like it
Yeah,
was like
yeah.
before training camp, like, oh yeah, I can't do it. Like, oh, hold on, wait, what? Like, damn.
And
You gonna throw us out there like that,
They
bro? Like,
blaming
and I
Brad
gotta,
Holmes for that.
I gotta try to put Glasgow in the middle. I gotta try to, like, come on,
We
man. Like, you
tried to
could,
take rallies at the beginning, and yeah, it wasn't. Yeah,
yeah,
that was bad, bro. And that's what's crazy about it, and that's why I say Frank Ragnar still, because we still like they the number one scoring team in the league still.
still,
But it's when they scoring. It's against the harder teams. They not getting the same. They crushing the bad teams,
yeah, yeah,
but who our losses came to? The Eagles, the Rams, Packers twice. Who else you had in there? Eagles, Rams, Packers. Who I'm missing? So we got what 6 losses?
yeah. Was it Minnesota?
Kansas City, yeah, Kansas City,
Yeah, Kansas.
Eagles,
Yeah,
Kansas City Eagles, Packers twice. Damn, what I'm saying? Vikings. That's the other one.
yeah, yeah.
The Vikings. So you lose. The Vikings was the only one where I can't. It's hard to accept that loss.
Right.
So that's one that they should have been easily instead of 8-6. I think they is now. They should have been. I'm going off the head, so
Red cup.
I got nothing. I'm trying to. But they should have been easily 9-5 and only one game out.
Right.
And that would have been a losing to the Eagles. I think they lost to the Eagles, what, 13-6, something like that. It wasn't a bad loss. Losing to the Rams, that third quarter was horrible. That cost them that game. Packers, that first game, they caught them bad because we were still adjusted to a lot.
Yep.
But that second game, I figured they should have beat the Packers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, so they was all winnable games. What up with your cuz? Got the comments starting to show up now. So y'all leave the comments. Sorry about that earlier. Salute to you, cuz. Demetrius Henderson in there. He said, I feel like Bears gonna win tonight. You watching that game, cuz? You rocking with the Bears, huh? Yeah. He say Both teams been playing good defense though. Yeah, is it still 6-zip? I think it's. Did they start the third quarter?
I'm looking now.
Okay.
Uh, let's see.
Yeah, but
Yeah, third quarter.
6-3,
Green
I
Bay
think
still
it.
up 6-3.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a wild little field goal game.
Yeah,
And with Jordan Love still out, they might
yeah,
got a better chance. The Bears do.
yeah. They say Jordan Love ruled out with a concussion, so yeah,
Mm,
he done.
damn, that's crazy. I'm saying damn for the Packers, man.
Right.
That don't even feel right.
Yeah.
That's just how bad the Lions season been. Real talk.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah. Shout out to you, cuz man. I appreciate everybody that's watching. We appreciate y'all. Uh, we're gonna be on for a little bit longer. I don't know, Jeff. Let me know when you ready to wrap it up. I'm off tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah. Looks like the Eagles won earlier today,
Oh, they
29-18
did?
against Washington. So getting
Okay.
closer to the playoffs.
Yeah. And I don't know if anybody noticed, I forgot who I was talking to. Oh yeah. Oh, shout out to Yacht Life. I was talking to Yacht Life. We talking about the NFL. Um, I don't know if anybody noticed, but the NFL be just like bullying.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Look like
The NFL be like Christmas football. And they players is complaining about that.
yeah,
Yeah,
Panay
can you hear
Sewell
me?
came out. Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Panay Sewell
I don't
came
know. I
out.
can't hear you.
Okay, can you
Hold on.
check, check?
I might have to refresh my.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Um, yeah, Panay Sewell came out and basically talked about um, having to play on these Thursday night games, and these Thursday night games, I forget who it was. Somebody pointed out that they needed to just look at the Thursday night games and how many injuries are happening on these
Mm,
Thursday night games. And so I think you get into a place where, um, you know, it's probably going to end up being like a bargaining issue with the NFLPA, and because we keep extending the season. And not only are you extending the season, but now you asking teams to play on short weeks, and all of this stuff, man, is starting to be a player safety issue. And I think I'm glad he said something, because I imagine that there's probably pressure from the league because they probably like we want to promote the game on these different days. Like, to me, I feel like the NFL is getting greedy at this point. It's like, look, man, NFL Sunday, y'all got that on lock. NFL Sunday night, got it on lock. NFL, the Monday Night Football, great, got it on lock. Now, why you got to play on Thursday, man? Now, why are you playing today on a Saturday? You know what I'm saying? Like, Saturdays for college football, for the playoffs and stuff like that, man. Like, y'all doing too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all shouldn't be infringing on other days. Like, I shouldn't see a Friday NFL game. I shouldn't see a Saturday NFL game. Shouldn't see a Thursday either. Like, you know what I mean? Like, now you're infringing on other entities. Like, let college football be great. Like, Friday, you know what I'm saying? I shouldn't see nothing about NFL on a Friday or a Saturday. Let high school football be great. Let Division 1, Division 2, HBCU football. Let them be great, man. Like, why y'all infringing on all these other days? Like, it's ridiculous. Like, NFL is a Sunday game. You know what I'm saying? You play on Sundays. Like, why y'all gotta, infringe on other days? And I just feel like they flexing at this point. They're just flexing, man. It's too much. Way too much. Looking to see. See if there are any other comments, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Um, I think JJ might be having some issues, but man, we appreciate y'all tuning in as always, man. Rocking with us. We appreciate y'all. We just now getting back on, trying to to kick this thing off again and get back rolling. Let me go and see if there's any comments. Um, Shout out to Demetrius Henderson, man. You said you feel like the Bears gonna win tonight, and both teams been playing good defense. Yeah, it looks like 6-3 game. Definitely looks like a defensive type game where they're battling it. I know it said Green Bay lost their quarterback, so that's gonna make it tough for them. And so, man, gonna pay attention to that game and see how it goes going forward here. Um, I'm gonna check in on something else as well. I think there's a playoff game going on right now. I think Oregon is playing. And that's NCAA football playoffs is going on right now. I think you got Oregon. Yeah, Oregon versus looks like James Madison. And Oregon's running away with that game, 41-13. Um, yeah, it's a tough one there. That's but me personally, I know a lot of people don't like the expansion of the college football playoffs. I do. Um, I say more playoffs, less bowl games. I don't care about
Man.
the Chick-fil-A, Cheez It Bowl. I don't care about none of them games, man. Like make them playoff games, more playoffs, more playoffs. I support it going up. It can be 2014, so all I care. Uh, get rid of these whack
Yeah.
bowls, man. And why do you got a bowl in New York City, man? Who wants to see a bowl game and it's 3 degrees outside? Like, come on, man. Like, who came up with that? And you're playing in Yankee Stadium. Who wants to see football in Yankee Stadium? Nobody. Like the
Yeah.
Pinstripe Bowl. Get that out of here, man. Like, y'all just doing stuff, man. Like,
The
get out of here.
poinsettia bowl.
Yeah, man, gone, man. Like the bowl games, when we came up, man, the bowl games was all in tropical weathers, in Floridas and Californias and Texas. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
the place to go.
Like it's good
It's like a
weather.
vacation.
Hawaii somewhere, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to see I'm sitting in Michigan. I don't want to turn on the TV and see a football game in the snow, man. I don't. You know what I'm saying? At least not the major ones. Like I do like the fact that the college football setup is, in the first round, it's on campus. I like that. I do like that because we're seeing some matchups where, Alabama or somebody got to go up to play at Penn State or, you know what I'm saying, or something like that. So I've long wanted a lot of those teams to have to play in the elements because they get a break from it. Like, you get Michigan, Ohio State, Michigan State, Penn State, you know what I'm saying? We got to play in it. But they get to
Mhm.
skate by. They don't even in their non-conference games, they get to play at a neutral site. No, man, like let's do a home and home. Like I'll come down to Tuscaloosa, but you got to come to East Lansing next year. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like I
Oh
want that
yeah.
home and home. So
Bro, I never understood why they make it so unfair a lot of times. It's like Michigan State play CMU at at East Lansing 6 years in a row type shit. It's
yeah,
like ridiculous, bro. Any of
yeah.
those type games, especially the SEC, always been bad for it.
Nah, they don't come up gun above the Mason Dixon line at all. Like they like, nah, bro. Like nope, we gonna change this. We gonna renegotiate. We gonna play at Cowboy Stadium. So, like, wait a minute. Nah, that ain't cool. That ain't fair at all. But you know, that's kind of how it goes with college football, man. The big money folks,
Yeah,
they
it's
they make
always
it
been
that
about
way.
that money.
Oh, of course. Of
Yeah.
course.
And that's what made it so bad is they always was about that money, but you telling them not to the players to be amateurs. But you can't keep flashing money in their faces. Well, like Tupac used to say, I'm gonna knock on there and I'm ask for food, and you say no, and I see all the food y'all eating, and you just keep telling me no, we ain't got no food. Okay, that's just how the
Eventually,
game go.
yeah, eventually you're gonna knock the door down. So
I asked nicely.
right. So now we coming through, and that's ultimately what happened, man. Like the players was
Mhm.
complaining, like, hey, what I'm saying, we can use a couple more meals in the meal plan, and maybe a little stipend or something. They like, no. So
Yeah.
now they really mad. 'Cause they like, man, they don't open the door. Now they want half of the revenue. They want this, they want that. Well, the little bit they was asking for, y'all didn't give them. So
And you know what the crazy thing to me is all the money that these players are getting out of NCAA ain't hurting. They money going up still even more and more. These TV deals is getting absurd. The money is going crazy up, up, up. And players getting millions now. So just imagine if they wasn't getting paid nothing.
man, it's
But
crazy,
a scholarship.
right? And a lot of people think that's fair exchange. Oh, those guys, they're getting a scholarship. They're getting to go to school for free. That ain't the same. Like
It ain't the same.
they be comparing themselves to I had to pay for school. Well, the school wasn't recruiting you.
Yeah,
You
they
chose
didn't
the
feel they
school,
needed
so
you.
you had to pay to
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. Because regardless of how they feel, the players, if you think about how Alabama feel like right now as a losing school, I ain't saying they losing a lot, but compared to their championship years, how the whole campus, all the students, how they repped Alabama, how they felt, how the pride they had, just knowing that Nick Saban and all them players was gonna go out there and win a title, they all compared to a team that's maybe lost every game that year.
Mm,
Just a pride that they instilled to the regular students, or
mm,
how they felt like repping their school, like that we're the Ohio State Buckeyes,
yeah.
you know. And you telling me that's the same for the student that just go to school, which it's not the same because they help paint that picture of a lot of students wanting to go to that school just because of how the pride that they put in them off the being off the football field and winning games and feeling great. And you get some, and I know some students agree, because there's some people out there probably understand it, is that because they went to Western Michigan, but they rep in Michigan.
Yeah, yeah, no
Just because
doubt.
of that pride, they like, hey, I rep Michigan, bro. What, why you don't rep your own? Why you don't feel too good about your own school?
Right. And furthermore, the players are the product on the field. Like, I think a lot of people don't realize how mentally taxing it is to be a football player and work through all these injuries and surgeries and the things that they do to fight to get back on the field. Like they don't
Bro,
if they was in a locker room and seeing the things that the trainers had to do and the
bro,
type of gruesome
it's
if they seen what happened to players' fingers just
man, they just
because it's some players that Calvin Johnson,
yeah,
like his none of his fingers straight, like
knuckles
like
be
none of them
gone.
are straight.
Yeah, yeah, bro. I
And
can
a
tell
couple of them
you,
can't even bend. Like it's just they just locked. Like it's just
yeah,
it's just this,
it's messed up.
and it might have a little curve to
Yeah, they can down there unlock a door with the
it. They
and
don't realize the stuff that players go through and have to deal with, man. And they get out there for you to get on the internet and type, "You suck. You didn't catch the ball." You like, man, like two of my fingers is is dislocated,
bro.
taped together. Like, I ain't gonna catch everything. Sorry.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot that go into it. Like even if I talk about my experience, like a brief part time athlete at Michigan State, it's like I can still remember the times. Like they had good time, they had fun, but you can see a lot of them be stressed out with trying to be like go to the NFL. Like shout out to my guy Reggie Garnett, rest in peace. He was a Big Ten freshman of the year, and then he got hurt, and it just kind of ended his career. Like, what I mean, he wanted. He was a freshman of the year. Everybody big. He was the big man at Michigan State when I got there. You know what I mean? He was that guy. He
Hmm.
was kin to Kevin Garnett. Reggie was finna be that guy. You know what I mean? He got hurt, and you could tell it kind of led a little bit to depression. And then shout out to Ike Reese because Ike Reese was his homeboy. And he ended up going to the NFL to the Eagles. and there's a couple other people, but you could tell they was eating up at Ridge, man. It's like you can just see it. You don't know how much be riding with these players of trying to make it or trying to how much they putting on themselves to be that guy. You know, to change they family dynamic, and it's a lot. You going to school, you going to your classes, you got to keep your grades right. You got to go to practice. We going to practice early in the morning, which I didn't play the football. I ran track, but even with track, we had to go run, go meet up here, go eat. We didn't eat with the football players. We had our own little spot. We'd look and be like feeling like little kids compared to what they eating. And be like, man, we can't go up in there. You know what I'm saying? All these 300 pounders coming out of there. So you they got it good in a way, a lot of ways, but in a lot of ways, there's still a lot of demand because their whole day is like occupied.
Yeah.
Class, go to practice, job. A lot of them working jobs. Practice, coach, talk to coach. We got a meeting here. By the time you go home, it's like shit. It's time to go to bed. Back to it the next day. We used to go running like 5 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? It's like your whole days is planned and scheduled to the point where time flies so quick that if you ain't disciplined, you will go off the rail. And that's why I think a lot of football players go off the rail when they go and do stupid stuff. They don't stay on their routines and they don't, now they see this over here and they like, oh man, hey, we going to practice. We finna, hey bro, I catch y'all. Now you in some trouble. You done did some stupid stuff. You done ran with some cats you shouldn't have ran with. Now you getting this, that, that. Man, why you just didn't come on to do what we doing right, bro? You know what we do every day. And I seen that. I seen a lot of cats get in trouble for stupid stuff because they didn't want to keep with the program. They wanted to be something different.
Yeah,
So
it's crazy, man. It's just so much that goes into uh, and just knowing and being related to a couple players, man, and talking to them about the stuff that they've dealt, like all the stuff you just mentioned, and then add in, you know, maybe you got a coach that don't really rock with you like that. And so they put you in a position you don't even belong in. You 210 pounds, you might be 200 pounds, might be more like 190, and hey, this man asking you to play linebacker. or we putting you on special teams and you 180, 175, and you supposed to be the one to go bust up the wedge. Like what? Like, so,
yeah, yeah.
and now you get an
I think
injury,
that's what
you know what
happened to
I'm saying? Like
Marvin.
crazy, man. Just
Yeah,
the
I
stuff
think
they
that's what
deal
happened
with,
to
man.
Marvin Wright.
Yeah, it's
Hmm.
crazy.
Yeah, because he originally Marvin Wright. Shout out to Mar. That's bro. I think he originally went as a quarterback, ended up being a linebacker, I think, and then played safety, if I recall. But yeah, he had a. Sometimes like Jeff said, you're gonna end up playing something that wasn't what you came there for.
Hmm. And you can't say
You got to
no.
be able to adjust.
What you gonna do?
You
Say
can't
no?
what?
No.
Get your
And now,
scholarship
now you
taken.
ain't gonna play.
Yeah. So it's a dirty game. You know, it's a lot of money in it. Um, I seen firsthand a lot of stuff. You know, I seen some beasts, man. I mean, some cats that people felt was on steroids, and you. It's one thing when you in your own area and you doing what you do, but when you go to a college or university and you see cats from all over, it's like you like, damn. Wait a minute, hold on, wait a minute. Shit, he cold. He from Chicago. He from Detroit. He Florida. This is old Speedy cat from Florida. And then there's like whole mumble pot of cats, and you like, oh shoot, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I was overwhelmed plenty of times in practice like this, just trying to keep up because you got so many different cats. You got some cats running 4.2s. I remember one cat, he ran like a 4.2. Fastest cat out, but he stayed injured. They would damn near baby him. He come in for a little bit, let him run a couple laps. All right, go over there. And you don't see him no more. We're like,
Mm.
damn, he's like a ghost to us. Oh, he with us. You see him out there one day, he running. The next day you don't see him for like 3 days.
Mm. Man.
And he like you could tell he get in the meat come. Okay, there you go. damn, that motherfucker killing. Look at, but in practice come, you see him a little bit, you go run your little route, you look, damn, he ain't came to practice a couple days. Yeah, coach making sure he's good. They know what he got, but he can't stay healthy.
Mm, man.
You know. Then there's another guy named Brad. What's his last name? Brad Fields. Brad was that cat that every time he ran, the whole stadium stood up.
Yeah.
Just and I ran with him in practice a lot of times, and we just run, and he just had a smooth. You running like this, trying to keep up, and he just. Then you watch him in the meeting, you like, okay, okay, and then when he cut it on, you're like, oh, and dog, it's another level to this.
Mm-hmm.
So you get to see other humans when you get to them levels. It's like
Yeah. Whole nother level, man. Whole nother level.
go through
For
to be
sure.
what they is, but man, it's a lot of athletes, bro. When you go and step on a field with them, average humans can't keep up with them. They damn near superhuman.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Real
man.
talk, damn near superhuman.
Yeah. Man. Uh I think of a couple of different people in that way. Charles Rogers is one of them. Just to see that cat run in person was like otherworldly, like just something that is something different. Like that cat was like a gazelle. Like it just ran and you were just in awe. Never seen nothing like it. There's very few like him. Cat that just stepped on the track for the first time and broke records, like like just first time, just like well, that record gone. Hey, didn't even run track like that. So just put him out there, see what he can do.
Hmm.
Bloop, broke a record. Like, oh, think you might got something here, coach.
For real.
Get
Yeah,
that guy
yeah.
a uniform. Like,
Get him
put
out
a
there.
number on his back. We got something
Yeah.
here.
It was a cat like that from Bay City Central that was the same way when I was running at the high. He they said he won the 100 and he won the 100 and the 200. And he didn't really run most of the season. He didn't practice nothing. He won the 100 and 200. I so happened to be doing, I think it was called Energy America at the time. So I was going door to door, and I went to Bay City, and we ended up at these ladies' houses. It's like 90, I want to say 97. But his day, I remember the dude. I can't remember his name though. But it was so messed up because it's almost like you got to have something wrong with you to have that type of ability. You
Mm,
know what I mean? You got to have something messed up or something. So we go to the house, we talking. So I guess he called him. I guess it was his sister while we sitting down talking, and she tell me who it is. I'm like, hey, ain't that so and so? I know he ran for Bay City Central. She like, yeah, that's my brother. Whatever. I said, well, what's going on with it? How you doing? She like, he's locked up right now. This was the day he had tryouts with the Detroit Lions. He ended up getting locked up. I'm like, what? Like you?
damn.
He called her to try to hurry up and get him up out of there. And oh, somebody probably hearing this and probably know what I'm talking about,
Yeah.
but
Damn.
but he was so fast that they was gonna give him a chance, and I think he had ended up going to SVSU. He had went to either the Cardinals, played football. I wish I could remember his name. Heard it because they have tryout with the Detroit Lions, but he was in jail right now.
Mm,
But
damn.
he was one of
Man.
the fastest cats. He won state 100, state 200. He would get out. I think it was 90. Well, I left in 94, so there was some meets. Tony Martin was
Yeah.
doing his thing in them hundreds. I think we raced him a couple of times. He might know what I'm talking about.
Is it Micah Morris?
I,
Micah
yeah,
Micah Morris?
yeah, yeah. Hopefully he's doing all right in life. You know what I mean? But let me see. I'm gonna look up something too. Yep, I think that sounded like his name.
Bay City Central?
Yep. So I'm trying to see if he had his name on here. Dang, I can't see it though. But
Yeah, he was first in 100. I think this is 93. This 93. He's
93.
yeah, 93. He was first in 100. He was like six in the 200.
Oh, he was like six. I thought he won that. I might have been off on
This
that one.
yeah, this 93.
93. Okay. What did he say? What year he was in?
No, but don't give his class.
Mm,
Let me see.
yeah,
I
I
can
know.
look up
I remember
94.
he was fast in the motherfucker. They would said he was one of them types though. He would just get out there and run. I'm trying to see if his name was on the Detroit Lions website with that. Cause I remember they talked about him getting a tryout. I don't know what happened because I obviously didn't go right if his name didn't go on there, but I don't know if he went. Let me see. I went back in the past. Uh-oh.
Yeah, trying to scroll through. It's a lot of women.
What's that?
Yeah, let's see. 94, he won 100. Yep. So he defended his 100 title and he
Mm-hmm.
won the 200. This is
He
94.
won this.
Yeah. He won 100 and 200.
Yeah, he was a monster, bro.
Mm,
But the way they talked about him is like if he really took it serious, nobody was gonna touch him. I mean, he
right.
won first in both years, but still, that you just imagine the type of talent he must have had.
Mm,
Oh yeah, I remember him. I remember when we played football again. I think he played running back.
okay. Okay.
Like that year when we played, it was a lot of talent. Then I think Mateen Cleaves was the quarterback of Flint Northern at that time.
Hmm.
Uh, I think Antonio Smith or Robert was playing for Flint too at that time.
Hmm. Yep.
Yeah. They had a wide receiver though that was colder than all of them, but I think he ended up going to Central Michigan. Uh, D'Angelo, I think his name was.
Okay.
Yeah, D'Angelo Williams, maybe. It's so long ago, I can't remember them cats. But at that time, I think that was the year because I know Coach Durrett just retired. So I think that was I think my ninth grade year. Let me see. Hold on. My 10th grade year, I think, was Coach Durrett's first year.
Okay.
So by time 12th grade, that had to be his third year. 'Cause I remember at the time, it's a lot of history in that. But I remember Mike Patrick, my dog, Mike Patrick and Tone Button, we used to be at Central, eighth or ninth grade. Ninth grade, and we would walk to the high to go lift weights.
Yeah.
We was in middle school walking to go lift weights. You know what I mean? And at that time, when we would walk, when we get up there, Coach Jenick we used to be there. I remember the guys, Coach David, like, that's Coach Jenick.
Yeah.
I ain't know who he was. I'm just with Mike Patrick. I'm a young guy. So let's go live. At that same time, um, even before, I think it was a little bit before Marvin Wright, my guy Howard Foster, I used to go to their practices just before. It's a little mixed up, but Coach Jenick, I'm thinking he gonna be our coach. So I'm at Central. So when I go to the high, it was Coach Durrett. So that had to be his first year.
Yeah.
And I think he was an assistant under Coach Jenick.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because at that time, when you're young, I don't know all the dynamics of what's going on with these grown folks.
Right, right.
But I remember when we walked from middle school, Coach Jenick used to be in the gym with the high schoolers, and he'd be just sitting there, and he'd be watching everybody left, and they're like, "Hey man, that's so you just going left. You don't know what the hell going on, oh, man. So, okay, you know."
Yeah.
So I think that last year, I think he left when JJ Drain and Jamie Lay, when they had their playoff run and
Yep.
everything. I
Hmm.
think he ended up going and leaving then.
Yeah.
And we didn't
Yeah.
know
We
how
were in
bare
we
it
were
was
in ninth grade
how
when that
bare it
happened. I
was because
remember
it was
that.
bare.
Yeah.
So when
Yeah.
we got through there, we barely had a JV squad.
Yeah.
You know
Yep.
what I'm
I
saying?
remember that because I was at North when that was happening. Uh, when that playoff run was happening, but before the playoff
Hmm.
run, Arthur Hill had beat them, which that was a big thing because the High was
They
undefeated.
wasn't.
Uh, and I went to school with a couple of them cats. Like I want to say, Arthur Hill quarterback at that time was Eric Harrison, and
Yeah.
my classmate is Tom Harrison, his little brothers. So he was at
Yeah.
school like, yeah, the Hill gonna beat him. We like, man, like the High is undefeated. Like, what are you talking about? Like the Hill wasn't going to the playoffs or nothing. So
Hmm.
I remember that. He came back to school. I think he had bet like 10 different people, like people was having to pay. It was crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah. Then they went
them
they
some
went on
good
that run
times,
after
bro.
that and went to the playoffs.
Yeah, the playoffs. Yeah, it was a lot because it was a. I ain't gonna lie, bring back so many memories because at that time I was a young cat, and I remember during that time, like I say, I was in the loop, but I wasn't in the loop. So
Hmm.
you can, if, I paint a picture like at that time I was going to Central, and it was only like me and I think it was Toya. Well, me and Toya Pratt. We was only two people. We would go from Central, and we would have a class at the High. So we would leave Central School. We go catch the bus. Then we got to go to the High for like a class. Coach
Yeah.
Rosario, I think it was. I forgot. I mean, Mr. Rosario, I think is his name. I can't remember exactly. It's so long ago.
Rocio.
So we go into class. Now imagine I'm in the class, and I had JJ Drain, I think, sitting behind me, and Jamie lay to the side, and I think it was another cat. And all they doing is playing around all the whole class.
Probably Daniel West.
And they seniors, you know what I mean? I got these jokers playing and they behind my head and bro, come on, man. And they got a game, so they hyper and stuff. Like, JJ Drain about 6'7" and 6'8" or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm 5'6", 7. I was about 5'8" at that time, but got these cats, and at the time, like I said, I'm in the know, but I'm not in the know. And I'm like, bro, and then you had my guy, I forgot with the glasses, uh, used to always do the paints and stuff. He always do this. He used to always do this little thing, and you look in his eye, and he'd be like, "Boof!" You're like, man, stop it, bro! Quit playing so goddamn much.
Oh, man.
So you imagine I'm leaving Central, going to the High, and I got all these cats in the class, bro.
Man.
It used to be messed up, and like I say, when they had a game that day in the playoffs or whatever, they could do whatever they wanted. The teacher didn't care.
No. No.
Yeah, they was the big guy.
Hmm.
I can't. Lacey, remember
Okay. Okay.
Lacey?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, all of them was in them classes, bro. And I'm like, bro, y'all got me in this. What is this, bro? Yeah, so it was some good times, though. Like I said, it brought back so many memories. When you said that, I'm thinking about them classes. I'm thinking about all that stuff going on and everything. And it's crazy that you want. I don't know what the kids going through right now, but with everything combined and all that, I don't know. I don't know too much about this school. But what you been hearing about the Saginaw United in basketball? I've been seeing some things, but I don't know too much. I know you right there.
Um, uh, well, I haven't been going. Honestly, I still got bad feelings, but
Mm.
but
Yeah.
no, from what I see and what I hear, because of course, people still talk, and so um, they are loaded. As far as basketball is concerned, and even the football
Mm.
team was improved this year. They actually have a actual program now. Shout out to Coach King. That so he got a full complement of players, and they put some dollars into the program, so they actually have a program now. So look like
Mm.
they'll be ascending and getting better. Hopefully, he'll build a team, and you know over time, how football is, man. You got to build that thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You got
Yeah.
to put your classes together, and keep them
Hmm.
together, and really build them to get them to be seniors and to be experienced, and maybe you can make a
Hmm.
run. And so I feel like on track for that, football wise. Basketball wise, shout out to Coach Julian Taylor. Yeah, Jew got them boys playing, real good ball. So, but that's expected. Like Jew, that type of coach.
Hmm.
So, um, he's one of the top coaches in the state. So, he
Yeah.
no, he gonna keep him going. Between him, and another Saginaw High alum, Mike Thomas. He out in the Grand Rapids area. He got his program going too. So yeah, real good things happening for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. That's dope. Yeah. Touch on that. That made me think of that because I talked to Lamar Woodley one time. It was a long time ago. It was in the I think Butterfields at that time, and
Hmm.
I told him about how if it wasn't for the prior classes, they wouldn't been where they was at. And
Yeah.
that's what I say. What you were talking about is it take time to build. And I remember Coach Durrett, like I was explaining earlier, when I went to the ninth grade, when I went to the high, I think by the 10th grade, that was his first year. So by his second and third year, he was getting there, he was building. And I think Coach Urick and he had a couple coaches, Coach Brian. Shout out to all the coaches at that time. And they kept building and building to the point where I think 96, was that 96 they won the title?
In football, it was
Mm.
96 they won it in basketball.
Okay, they won basketball. Okay.
99 was when they won it in football, 99.
Football.
Yep,
99.
football. That was
Yeah.
Lamar them senior year. You know what I'm saying? Like
Same year.
they built
Built
up.
it. Yeah.
I
Because
want to
by
say
that
they had a
time,
nice team. Man, that was
yeah.
one of the. I still say, if we digging into history now, but
Hmm.
that that the year after we left, 95,
Hmm.
I still say that was the best Saginaw High team I ever seen. Like with
Oh
Tony
yeah, they had a
Martin, them
beast.
and them cats, man, and they just
Durrani
caught a
Mark, I mean
snowstorm,
Durrani
man,
Pitts and
and got beat by somebody, Lapeer West or something,
yeah.
somebody. It was a man, craziest thing I ever seen in my life, man. It wasn't snowing, wasn't nothing. Pleasant weather. You know what I'm saying? The next thing you know, before the game, blizzard. Like,
Mm.
where that come from?
It would go for
And derailed their whole season, man.
oh,
Yeah, they
talking
hadn't
about home field
lost
advantage. Huh?
Durrani knows, man, that team was loaded, and
Man.
it's probably a team
Oh
that
yeah.
you probably played with a lot of those players,
Oh
and
yeah. I played with a lot
they
of
got to
them.
their senior year.
Yeah. That's why I say I knew by coming through that basic. I remember when Durrani, man, I could see it. He was his 10th grade year. Durrani, you could tell because he liked soccer too. He had the quick feet in his hands. But
Hmm.
I remember he was so young, he would make big play. And then I remember Lance would throw it sometimes deep, and you'd be like, oh, shoot. And you just hear it go, oh, you hear the choir go, oh. You're like, damn. You know what I mean? But you could almost see it like he gonna start catching those.
Hmm.
And next year, that's when it was going like. And then you see Tony Martin, like, I remember blocking for Tony, and it'd be like you blocking and be like, then you just stop and be like, damn, this motherfucker down the field.
That's all he needed.
Yeah, you like, you know what I'm saying? You like, damn, shit, I ain't got block him. Shit, he gone. Like,
Yeah,
you done,
yeah.
I mean, Tony done just boom, boom. and he gone. And this was
Yeah,
his 10th
man.
grade year.
Man, they are loaded, man. I mean, they had
Yeah.
Tony, running back, and they had another running back, Terrence Reed. I don't know if you remember
Yeah.
him.
Oh yeah,
They had a
Terrence Reed.
two-headed monster. Like them
But the
cats
funny
is just
thing about
running.
T. Reed, the same Terrence Reed, is that I think it was my 12th grade year, because I think Terrence Reed probably was in the 10th by that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, by that time. But he used to come to me. It was like you could see the rivalry building in the school. Like I
Hmm.
said, and I told Lamar about that. I say a lot of people don't understand the differences of how it grew. Because when I came in the 10th grade, Arthur Hill had it. Because Marvin Wright was, all of them, they was recruiting. They was getting all the talent to Arthur Hill. So I damn near felt like I should have went to the Hill at that time. It's crazy feeling like, God dog, I went to wrong time. I caught the wrong time or something. You
Hmm.
get that feeling. I wanted to go to the high. So I'm at the high. The Hill got it going. They got the Sam Swords. They got Brick. You know what I mean? My shout out to Brick, Kid Folk. They got Howard, Marvin Wright, uh, Fonzo Boone. They got all the
They
cats
got all
that
them
probably should have been
cats.
at the high.
Dewan Lyle, all them cats.
Yeah, Brick. Yeah, that's Brick right there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's what he went by, Brick. But they had it. So I don't know what happened, but politics or whatever shifted. So so 10th and 11th was a struggle. 10th grade, we barely had a JV. You feel me? We was struggling. 11th grade, things started picking up. The JV, we got a little stronger. I was on varsity, you know what I'm saying? But that's one of them times where when I was at Eddie, I was a running back. When I went to Central, I was, I think, with a tight end, a little bit of running back. By the time I got to the high, they had me at center.
Mm.
They had me on the line. I'm lying. I'm not, mind you, I'm 5'9", 160. I'm blocking the twins and they both 300.
Man.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Uh, so 11th grade, by the time I get to the 12th grade, that's when they brought the ninth graders in.
Mm.
That our 12th grade years when they had the first year of the ninth graders, I think it was, right?
Yep, yep.
Yeah. So that's when Reed, he used to come and he was like, man, we killing cats out there. And I'm like, oh, man, y'all ain't doing nothing. So at lunchtime, we wouldn't go eat lunch. We go work out in the weight room.
Hmm.
Everything was weights. Everything was football at the football season. It's football, 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 football.
Yeah.
So we did,
Sports gym.
yeah. You know what I mean? So I remember me, James Reed. He was in the 10th grade at the time.
Yep.
Um, little Anthony, I think he I forgot his last name, but I seen he a bodybuilder now.
Yeah. Ant Brown.
Ant Brown. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yep. He a bodybuilder. Me and Ant used to
Hmm.
be in that weight room. Ant was like a good 5'5", 5'6", I
Yep.
think. But he had the heart of a lion.
Yeah. Yeah.
He
It was yeah. He
was going
always
there when we
was
go hit.
always yeah.
It was on. I don't care if you 6'5", you gonna have to fight when you go up against Ant. He going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, he was one of the cats we played football in the hood with. So
so you,
like,
you already
like
know.
somebody got to tackle him, man.
Yeah, yeah. He was a little bulldog.
Yeah, somebody tackle
Yeah,
him. So
yeah, yeah. Yep. So like James Reed, like I say, he was in the 10th. So a lot of times, a lot of them cats would stop eating lunch and they come in the weight room with us and work out.
hmm.
So we be in there working out at lunch. You know what I mean? Just going at it. And that was their work ethic. The 10th graders, the ninth, Tony Martin, Ronnie Pitts, they was all in the 10th around that time. My 12th grade year. So I think when I came, by the time I was at state, my first year at state, I would come back a little time and I would run track with them, show them how I had got. I had to show them, run around. We used to run around the high,
Yeah.
run around inside of the high.
Hmm.
And I'm like, the talent I'm hearing about it, I'm like, bro, these boys is really balling. 95, 96, 97. But I had to tell them, bro, if it wasn't for 94, 93, because Janik had left. When
Yeah.
he left it bare, bro.
Hmm.
Coach Durant didn't have no lot of talent. He didn't have. I mean, he had talent because you still had like Algie.
Yep.
I think at that time you had Peanut, Eric Davis. Shout out to
Mm-hmm.
ED. You
Yep.
know what I mean? Uh, so you had some talent. I think '93 had a good. They had a good talent, but Algie and Peanut, a running back, was a good talent. I can't remember who the quarterback was. They had RoboCop, the Twins. They had quite a few people. I can't remember all them cats in though, but they had good
Mm-hmm.
talent in '93. But when Jennings left, like the JV was barely enough people to even fill a JV team.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then 2 years later, we got the JV field and the ninth graders busting. They field in talent. Durant was rock. I mean, Coach Durant was rocking then.
Yeah. Yeah.
By 94, 95, oh, it was on. 96,
Mm.
97, oh, it was built. It was
Yeah.
riding. 98, boom, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like you say, football, it take a while. They don't just go in there. No, you gotta get that mug going. You gotta build a work ethic. We had the work ethic. You up there and we running these gassers and you tripping. Oh, bro. You better come on. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah. And I think they finally getting back to it because that was a big thing that I think a lot of people didn't like back then. You know what I'm saying? You had all your feeder school. So
Mm-hmm.
Central was plugging into Saginaw High. Eddie was plugging in Saginaw High.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Weber
Weber.
plugging in Saginaw High. Well, you take all those
Mm-hmm.
schools away, you know what I'm saying? Now you getting cast at the high school level, first time playing football. Like, whoa, wait, what? like,
Exactly.
like, that ain't gonna go well. Like, you know,
Mm-hmm.
it ain't gonna go well. Not right away. You starting a process later, in teams that them cats played all through middle school together. like, like they
Yeah,
coming to the high
they
school,
destroyed the
they done
whole
ran the same offense, defense.
bro, they
they just
they
plug it
destroyed
in.
the whole Saginaw infrastructure, bro. If you
Yeah.
really think about it, they started with the elementaries,
Yep.
and the elementaries feed the middle schools. So once you destroy the elementaries, the middle schools is starting to kind of weaken. Now you want to combine the middle schools. So now you start wiping out middle schools. Like I remember that time and period where it was like Houghton, when my kids was going to Houghton around the time, and they had just put 1 million or so in it. Barack had put money in that spot. They
Hmm.
put an elevator in there and they was getting ready to rock. And all of a sudden they were like, it's closing. Like, what? What you mean, bro? Y'all just put all this money. What you mean, bro?
Mm.
You can't tell me there's not enough people around the Holton Jones area for kids to go there.
Right. Right. Yeah. And that was an effect. Like it just affected everything, man. So you
Yeah.
know, least of all sports. Because now you ain't got no feeder programs. Like Saturday morning basketball is everything. it's like so,
Bro.
because the whole city was at north and south. Like so, games going
Yeah,
on all
popcorn.
day.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
everything.
bro.
Now that's all that's gone. Like
Gone.
all of that's gone, and of course it affected the sports because now you ain't got no feeder programs for football, basketball, or anything else. Like,
Hmm.
and then a lot of us played floor hockey. Like that was something that,
Oh, yeah.
that we played. Like that was a whole nother
Soccer.
thing. Because we just played
Yeah.
sports. Like that was the next sport to play. Guess what? Grab a stick. like we out there.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's why I couldn't understand it. I ain't gonna lie, at certain points in time at that time, like with Coles and Houghton, I didn't see it as a kids. Like they say the name of kids, but they would combine kids and have this teacher have a too big of a class, and the kids didn't know if they was in the fourth or fifth grade because you got them in the same classes together. Only because really you ain't got enough teachers.
right. Right.
So it look like you ain't got enough students, but really you ain't got enough teachers.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. It's been It's been a lot of change, man, and I don't know. It's kind of turning around a little bit, but it'll never be the same because you
No,
just
it'll never be the same.
yeah, you
You gotta
don't
pray.
have
You gotta
the
hope that gotta hope for the best right now that they got. And you gotta hope that the leadership don't continue because you could put something new on. You could put a new roof on the house, but if the foundation is still caving in, it's eventually gonna cave again. So
yeah,
hopefully the leadership is more equipped or better to handle all the changes that they did make.
yeah,
That's what you got to pray for is that they don't drop the ball and fumble it again like you did before. Because I
yeah,
feel like they did before. You know, you dropped the ball at the time when the high was at its peak, and Arthur Hill was at his doing at his peak, or just even if they went through some pitfalls, they were still there.
yeah,
And you opened the door for the Bridgeports and Carltons and the surrounding schools to get stronger because you wasn't taking care of the main two. So now
yep,
you're looking at enrollment at all these other schools going up. Well, it's probably because y'all ain't doing right that they don't want to go there. They gonna go to this school,
yep.
and now we don't got enough kids. Yeah,
Mm.
I bet you don't.
No, all your kids out there. You know what I mean? Because of where I work, man, I have to go to a lot of these schools. Um, yeah, you go to Bridgeport now. Bridgeport look like the high. You go in there, it's 90% black. Front desk staff, everybody black. Principal black. It look
Yeah,
like the high. It's just in Bridgeport. So,
and it wasn't like that.
it's crazy.
Heritage.
Yeah, they you know what I'm saying? The heritage is like half black now. Like ain't that wasn't like that. So
Yeah, them all of that half of that school probably been at the high.
yeah, it
Same
would
way
have
with
been.
Bridgeport, half of
All
them been
these
at the high.
kids,
Carlton, half of them.
yeah,
Yeah,
it would have been. And I think a lot of people are in denial. Like they denying that that's a thing. Like
no, it's the
people
truth,
they ask the question, but they ain't being honest when they like, what happened? Okay, well look out there
man.
and look out
The
there. What you
the
think
high
happened?
listen, the high and the hill lost students to Muskegon. It
we
was
we lost we
people.
lost a whole district. So
Yeah,
BV closed. The whole district closed. And there was no effort to go out there and recruit them. We just like, oh, they right
they gonna
here, so
come.
they coming. Like they just assumed that they were coming, and a lot of those
Mm,
kids, a lot of those parents said, no, we ain't going there. Like y'all don't even care
mm.
about us. So that's a lot of them that's at Bridgeport. That's a lot of them that's at Carlton. It's a lot of them
Uh,
that's the thing. Like
but you
people will say
you
stuff
you know
like,
what,
well, we
bro?
lost population. Yeah, you lost population right next door. Like
Yeah,
ain't like, oh, you lost population. Where they go? Oh, they went down south, or they went this and that. No, you lost them right
but you know
outside.
what?
They right
You know
there.
what, bro? I don't mean to cut you off, but this is a great response that you should be able to add to it because actually the high and the hill should have been able to take notice of that back when we was even going to school, bro.
Yep,
You know how many mothers and parents didn't want their kids to go to the high and the hill, but we almost had to go.
yep,
You know what I mean?
yep.
It was plenty of kids that wanted to go to the high that couldn't go. They had to go to the hill,
Mm,
and there
yeah.
was plenty that did that wanted to go to the hill that their parents didn't want them, so they went to Carlton.
Yep.
So this was back 30 years ago.
Right.
So it just evolved to where that thing that kept on where it was like, okay, no, you're not going to the high. You're not going to the hill.
Well, the difference is between then back our time and now is that those districts were still closed.
Yeah,
Like
they open them.
there wasn't open and road. The difference is coming up after that was those districts started hearing the whispers. Like,
Yeah,
maybe we need to
but
open and get some of these kids. So they open
and
their
that and
doors
that's
and
exactly what I'm talking about because at that time that when we was in high school, the only one that got I guess the benefit of it was the hill.
yeah, because they're still in the city.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
now when you open it up for other schools, you got more schools to benefit. Yeah, the Hill took some high people. That's when we had that one show we was talking about Marvin,
Yeah.
and he's how they open it up and they shut it right back after.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But now you open it and then you add all these, you like 10 more schools, not just the Hill that you can go to the high just because you live right by the high. You can go to the Hill.
Yeah.
No, now you open it up to 10 more schools. You got, oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
oh
You
yeah,
can
here
go
we go.
anywhere. And that's
Yeah,
what
here we
happened
go.
with BV when they closed their district. A lot of them, you had kids from BV that went to Mount Pleasant. They
Yeah,
went to
yeah.
Frankenmuth.
That's what I'm saying. Muskegon. That's why I mentioned Muskegon.
Yeah, like
I
they
see.
went everywhere, everywhere.
You had Hoopers going to Muskegon. I'm like, wait a minute. They mentioned that the Saginaw. Wait a minute. What? Yeah,
Yeah,
Muskegon.
yeah. Went to Davidson, Flint, Grand Blanc. Like they
You
was just
losing
like
people left and right.
every direction, every direction. Swan Valley,
It
Freeland.
was, and they
What?
couldn't control it. And it's like the public system they didn't even try.
They just assumed. They assumed, let's be real. A lot of them kids are black. So they're like, oh yeah, they going to the
Mm-mm,
high, going to the hill. Nope.
mm-mm. They got options.
Nope. Some did, but no, they assumed instead of actually having a plan. If I'm leading
Mm-mm.
that district, I'm like, hey, we knocking some doors. We gonna tell them, hey, we sorry y'all lost y'all district, but y'all got a home with us. Y'all come on to orientation. We gonna put our arms around y'all. We gonna love on y'all. Y'all at home with us. They didn't do that. They ain't do none of that. Yeah. They ain't have an open house. They ain't have nothing. Like, and that was a prime time to do it when they lost their district. You should have did something special and said, hey, you know what? Because you took on all of their buildings. Like
Mm-hmm.
all of those when they lost their district, BB High School, all that stuff became Saginaw public property. All of it.
Yeah.
I would have had an open house right at the BB High School.
Yeah.
It's hours on hour anyway. Let's have an open house. Have them come in here and tell them what their plan is, what we gonna do,
Yeah.
how we gonna support y'all. This how you get. We gonna bring buses and stuff out here. We gonna bus y'all here or there, whichever school y'all want to go to in the district. We got you, and here's how it's gonna happen. You sign up for this and that. Like they didn't do none of that. They didn't prepare
Yeah.
them. They
And
just
and
thought
and that's
that they was gonna
that's kind of
come.
why they're so far behind on it. Because even if you go back 10, 15 years and you knew like the IMG academies, all the other kind of alternative schools was competing for kids, and you just figure they're gonna come there to where you at, and you know all these academies and all these charter schools and all these other schools are trying to build and fighting for kids,
Man,
and that was one thing with like you weren't gonna have it the same. I think what Francis Ray was what grades?
middle school was like six to
Middle
eight,
school.
6 to 8. Yeah,
Yeah. So it was the
yeah.
same thing as why
And that's what
you
that that's
losing
what
all the
happened
middle
with that
schools when you
neighborhood.
start putting up another one.
Yeah, you close Weber and Francis Ray right there. What you think gonna happen?
Hmm.
You ain't.
Yeah.
it- You just gave
Strategic
away
almost.
300 kids. Like, boom, gone. Like shoot, more than that. That's probably a low number. It's probably more like 500 or 600. Like
Yeah.
boom.
Yeah, it was all strategic.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
people don't
it's
see it.
usually made strategic. Even like when we was going to school, seventh grade, I was in the Eddie at the seventh grade, and when they closed the Eddie, they knew what was going to happen.
Yep.
They knew everything was going to happen, and all the violence or whatever was going to come out. They had already knew what was going to happen when they did it beforehand.
Yeah. So
So when they come there and they say, "Oh man," and they give you that run around, "Oh, we don't know," and now you knew, and it went according to plan.
yeah. Or no plan. You just didn't care. You just like, hey, they'll figure it out. Like
Hmm. That
you
too.
combine schools and you don't have a plan for it. You just hey, we just gonna get them all in here and figure it out. That ain't what you do. That ain't what you do. Like, cause
Yeah.
you ain't planning for nothing. You just gonna show. They just everybody just gonna show up, and you just gonna stuff 35 kids in the classroom, 40 kids with one teacher. Good luck. That's not a
Mm,
good ratio.
it's not. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say. All I can do is everybody can pray for the direction that it's going right now and hope that, like I say, that leadership ain't just a cover up. Hopefully they're doing good, man. I mean, parents got to stay on the leadership though. A lot of times,
Yep,
leadership, any kind of leadership, got to have some kind of checks and balances. So parents
that's the hope.
got to
That's the
stay on
hope
it. Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure.
But I don't know, Jeff. I know we could probably go all night with even more topics, but I ain't gonna hold you up, bro. And everybody else, man, we appreciate y'all. So we're gonna get ready to go and get up off here. I know Jeff got we all both family men, so I know Jeff got time to kick with the family or watch TV till it watch him, whichever one he want to do.
Both of those, both of those.
Yeah, no doubt. But man, for my first time back, man, it's been in a while. I appreciate everybody, man. It felt good to see all the comments and the likes and the shares. And I got my big screen, so I'm reading that, and I got my laptop right there reading that. So if you see my eyes looking cross-eyed and all that, it ain't nothing. It's my phone right here, yeah, it ain't. I'm not tripping or nothing. It's just I'm looking at a lot of stuff.
No doubt.
Yeah. So, but we appreciate it. I'm reading comments, and I think the last one I seen was said. So I'm hoping that we ain't go past anybody bedtime, but uh,
Maybe, possibly.
no doubt. But shout out to everybody that shared it. I see Daryl Austin. Hopefully, I'm gonna have to watch that your interview replay. I'm gonna have to watch the replay, so I couldn't catch it live. But shout out to Daryl Austin, man. I always been supportive. He one of them cats, man, that I got mad respect for. I remember he
Yeah,
hit me up. He said, "Man, anything Thought Magazine doing, I'm rocking with it." And I was like, "Man, I appreciate that, bro." You know what I
yeah, no
mean?
doubt. That's
So,
that's family, man. That's actually my wife cousin. So man, that's family. Yeah. So shout out to Daryl Austin, man. Appreciate you, cuz. No doubt, no doubt. Man. But man, I see JJ may have dipped off, but man, thank everybody that rocked with us today. It's our first time back, man. We getting back in the mix, so we appreciate y'all, all the likes, all the shares, all the comments, every single one. We don't take for granted. We appreciate all the support. Thank you so much for showing us love, man. We appreciate it. Man, we in the holiday season, so man, until the next time, I'll wait till JJ get back on here. We can close it out, but hopefully, all of y'all during this holiday season remember the reason for the season. Um, it ain't the gifts, things, all that stuff is nice, but man, in this holiday season, man, like let's get closer to our families. Let's love on our babies, our kids, and the rest of our families. Let's squash beefs. You know what I mean? If you're not getting along with this family member or that family member, let's get past a lot of that stuff because tomorrow is not promised. It is really not promised, man. And that's something that every day I realize more and more as I age, creeping towards 50 years old, man. I've been around this long enough to realize that more than anything, family is everything. Family is everything. Uh, and if y'all got some type of small difference, man, get over that stuff. Get past it. Get get beyond that. Like reach out to your family member, fix what you can fix. I realize there's some stuff you can't fix. Some stuff that happened, maybe you can't fix. But if it's something small, man, if it's something that can be talked, about, y'all can pick up the phone or y'all can pull up on each other and hash that stuff out, man. Hash it out. Fix it. Tomorrow's not promised. Love on your family. Family is the greatest wealth. We love on these houses and cars and things that we think have value. The biggest wealth that you have in your life is your family. Family is the greatest wealth. So, man, love on your family, love on your people. Take care of your community. Take care of your block. You know what I mean? You maybe can't change the city, but you can change your block. And if we all focus on our block and changed our block, man, we can make a world of difference in this city and any other city, wherever you live. Whether it's a big city, small city, wherever you live, small town, wherever you at, we can make a difference, you know, right there on your block, on your street. I don't care if it's two, three houses on your block. You can make a difference on your street, man. So, man, squash them beefs with your family, man. Fix what you can fix. You know, I realize some stuff you can't fix. Some stuff, you know what I mean, it went a little too far, and maybe y'all just can't fix it. But if you can fix it, fix it. You know, love on your family, love on your folks. You know, call your folks, keep in contact with your folks. Tell your folks you love them because it's gonna come a time when you can't tell them, and you're gonna regret it if you don't do it while they're here. So that's my little soliloquy before we get up off of here. I'm trying to wait till JJ get back on here. I know he's trying to fix his screen. And I know y'all don't want to rock with me like that, but I just had to say that, man. That's something that's on my heart every day. That the stuff that we worry about a lot of times don't mean nothing. Stuff we beef with people about don't mean nothing. Um, we can do better. We can be better for each other. Um, Got to get back to being community. Got to get back to caring about each other. Got to get back to caring about each other kids. Don't let this society take us away from what we are. We're a communal people. We care about our people, our community, our the village raised us, and so we need to get back to that. We need to really get back to the village and taking care of each other and caring about each other, caring about your neighbor. You know, somebody pull in my driveway across the street, man, tell me, hey, man, somebody pulled in your driveway over there. Like, we got to get back to caring about the community, all for one and one for all. So, yeah, that's what I got. You there, JJ?
Eh, Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my battery died on me. I guess I didn't put the charge in fast enough.
No doubt, no doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But we're gonna get on off here. I ain't gonna hold you up too much longer, bro. I appreciate you.
no doubt, no doubt.
We try to get on next week.
For sure.
Appreciate everybody, man. Salute to everybody. Keep rocking. Keep throwing out every situation you can. We're gonna get up out of here. Catch y'all on the next. Salute.